Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, other times of day in fictitious places around the world where you just don't know what's going to happen next. Welcome on those. This is From the Batcave. I'm your host, Red Thunder Adam Gerard, and if you're listening at home on podcast, welcome, as always, that way. But if you're joining us for our first week of beta in our Twitch feed, welcome there as well. And joining me this week, I have the Honey Badger, Terry O'Neill.
Hey, guys.
The Dad Knight, Braden Ahern.
Hello.
And the Pro, Matt Richards.
Sup, guys?
And we apologise for technical difficulties making us run a little bit late this week. But we are here. We are on Twitch. Get used to it. And Braden, you're our man about town to tell us these things. How exactly can you go about hearing us or finding us and seeing us on Twitch?
If you want to find us on Twitch, you go to twitch.tv/FromTheBatCavePodcast. Follow us there. You'll get an email every time we begin to broadcast. Plus, we announce it on our Facebook page at facebook.com/FromTheBatCave. But if you want to, you can also email us at fromthebatcave.podcast@gmail.com or follow us on Twitter at twitter.com/FromBatCave.
That's right. Well done.
He's getting smoother every week.
Oh, no, he's becoming more than just the eye candy.
He's becoming the vanilla Coke of
I've been drinking.
He's more than a game. I like where this is
Good
going.
man.
I like where this is going because we're going to end up having a few arguments this week, I feel.
Oh, boy,
Absolutely.
howdy. Boy, howdy.
Sorry while I have a drink there of my delicious regular Coke. It's been delicious in flavour since sometime in the 60s. I can't tell you exactly when. They went through that new Coke phase in the 50s or the 80s and it was trash. And then it came back to being good.
And they didn't even pay you to say that.
No, they don't. They should, but they don't. How are we this week, gentlemen?
I don't want to talk about it.
Super.
No.
Super.
Ooh.
Super or
Yeah, is that-
super?
Now, is that because you watched the Richard Donner cut of this film? Because
This film made me happy.
because
It made me happy.
there are some people here who couldn't understand
I
what
made
we
a
were
huge
doing.
mistake. I'm going on record. I made a mistake. I'd like to issue a formal apology to the audience and those members of the Just Us League. I will be cleaning the toilets as...
And what
my,
was
penance.
what was this huge mistake?
I accidentally just went and watched the regular theatrical Superman 2.
The one we plan on watching next week, you mean?
Yeah, I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo. I'm sorry. I am sorry.
There was quite a number of memos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fairly sure we discussed it several times.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
so too.
Considering I only got the internets a couple of days ago at my new house. So, yeah. Yeah.
Problems or solutions, my friend?
Look, I'm...
Well, I did have someone who was meant to come over and solve my internet problem, but it took about 45 minutes to realise we put the splitter on the wrong end. So, he's in this room. He shall remain nameless, but it's okay. For an electrician,
It's not
It
me.
was pro.
He leaves a lot to go.
Yeah, it was. It was totally pro.
But I got what I paid for, so I should...
You didn't pay anything, you fuckwit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Last time I fixed your internet, you fucking bastard.
Hang your own fucking doors.
Okay, that was a little joke for the people that don't know. I am currently doing bullshit renovations on my house, and I have asked Terry, the Honey Badger O'Neill, to help me out, so that was him just denying it.
I love how, like, fucking wrestling nicknames you in the like Macho Man Randy Savage or Rick the Nature Boy Flair. You're just like, we invited Terry Honey Badger O'Neill. Oh, shit.
Oh, I'm
Yeah, I
sorry.
did make a mistake. I do apologise.
That's alright. You're not a complete foe, man. You are a slight fuck up, but we won't hold it against you. Should we move into this week's TV, do you reckon?
Yes.
I reckon.
Alright, let's do
That'll
it.
be a step forward.
Let's do it. Oh no, technical difficulty. There's supposed to be sound here.
It's okay. All I have in my head is was the Barbra Streisand song "Memories," as that beautiful montage came up.
It's just come up on the Twitch feed.
There is, next week, folks, at home, since you can hear my voice, I'm sure, there will actually be sound effects playing underneath this. That is our normally this week on TV retro soundtrack that will fit in. So I do apologise that we've had a slight miscarriage there.
Miscarriage of justice.
Miscarriage?
A miscarriage of justice. But I'm going to...
Oh,
Oh, no,
There it
there
is.
it is. It is making sound.
It's okay. We're in
Maybe
beta
there's-
testing.
Who's got their volume turned on at the moment? Is it Brayden?
It's not here. Nah.
It's not here.
There's a little bit.
Look at those eyes. Those luscious eyes.
Luscious eyes. Hey?
All right, and we're back. So that was going to be our package. I
nice
think during
package
the
you got there.
break, I might have a look and see if I can get it working for the one that comes up a bit later on that I have in store.
Yeah.
But yeah, there we go.
Not
So
bad.
let's talk about this week on TV Retro,
Okay.
and start off with the man in Mo, with Batman 1966.
So, starting off with episode 3, Fine Feathered Finks. The Penguin has been released from prison. Incidents occur involving umbrellas, the Penguin's trademark, but no crimes are committed. Batman and Robin investigate. At one point, the Penguin launches a giant umbrella with a regular-sized umbrella attached. In reality, the Penguin hasn't figured out a crime to commit yet. He's providing Batman with various clues, hoping Batman's keen mind will in effect devise a caper. Meanwhile, Bruce Wayne visits the Penguin's umbrella shop to plant a listening device. He is discovered and knocked out. Bruce is placed on a conveyor belt leading to a furnace. Episode 4, The Penguin's a Jinx. Bruce Wayne escapes the Penguin's death trap and returns to the Batcave. What he doesn't know that one of Penguin's clues, an umbrella, has a listening device. As a result, the Penguin listens as the dynamic duo debate about what the clues mean and what caper the Penguin may attempt to pull. As a result, the Penguin kidnaps movie star Dawn Robbins.
Then what happens?
Tell us the rest of the
And then what
story,
happens? Batman and Robin save the day. That was the end of my synopsis.
That is true. They do save the day, but unfortunately, the lovely actress can't go on with their life because she's head over heels with their master savior.
And turns into a massive Barbara Gordon.
Yeah, yeah, but she doesn't get my award this week. Well, guys, what do we think about this week's episode?
I love this
I
show.
enjoyed it more than I enjoyed the pilot.
Yeah, so did I. I love
Just
Burgess Meredith. Nobody's been the Penguin
Exactly.
besides him.
He's
Slimy.
He's slimy, but he meets that nice border between cartoon Penguin and live action Penguin for me. It's just, it's a nice interpretation. Like, you know, this does going back now and watching it ruins my childhood a little bit. I enjoyed this series immensely, but at the same time, when you get a character like the Penguin who's played quite well in between both realms,
Yeah.
it's very fun to watch. And just the way he talks, the very weird. Yeah, like the weird quacking in the 1950s gangster Bugsy sort of. Was it Bugsy Malone I'm thinking of?
Yeah.
Yeah, just that sort of speech pattern. It's funny. And of course, just Adam West was. I think for me, Adam West is getting better. Obviously, we've only seen 4 episodes, but he's getting better. He's marinating well for me.
Oh, Adam West is just...
Even Burt Ward, I'm enjoying a little bit more. But yeah,
Each their
and
own.
there's groaning somewhere. There's groaning from somewhere. I heard groaning.
I can't stand dick.
Oh, Birdwood sucks.
Yeah,
Birdwood sucks a massive amount of cock.
absolutely.
Fucking
Sucks
hell,
a
he's
massive
too-
amount.
it's just
He
bad.
can only talk in that surprise holy donuts, Batman. That's
Yeah,
the
everything's
only-
a shock to
only-
Dick Grayson.
only thing that he can say, like, or the only tone that he can use when he says something.
There were a couple of things that I want to bring up from this, and the visual things. So if you're interested in seeing these, head on over to our WordPress. That's from the Batcavepodcast.wordpress.com. These episodes are all there, and these images I'm about to talk about will be put into the thread to do with this. But have a look at this, guys. First of all, Batman and Robin plan out a crime. Plan out a crime for Penguin,
Yeah.
right? Because Penguin's got them bugged, and they tell him what to do. And they come up with it all, and Robin's like, well, how are they going to have all the stuff they need? And Batman's like, don't worry, they've got it all in their criminal storeroom. Bang! The criminal storeroom.
Jesus.
It's so good.
Have a look at it
It's
right
great.
there. Isn't that beautiful?
I cried when I saw that. I was
with
just like,
Bat-Pole and
Oh, the criminal store. I was so
Exactly.
happy. That was amazing.
one thing that I was really annoyed, like, because I called it like 10 seconds before it happened, but Adam West is lying on that conveyor belt with a net around him, like, just roll off the bitch. and then he throws in a fucking
The Zippo lighter or
Zippo
something,
lighter, which somehow
We-
makes an explosion, and then he rolls off the
I believe it contains, as Penguin puts it, a lifetime supply of
Of
compressed compressed
Butane.
butane.
Yeah. Well, the
A
Penguin's a
life-
genius.
Oh,
And finally, the other thing I loved in this was Batman and Robin do their wall walk, as usual. This time it's at night. One
Not
thing I
an
wanted to
umbrella?
point out... No, it wasn't up the umbrella. Okay, now there's a set of trees that grow... The building goes, obviously, in the shot. The building goes vertically. The trees go vertically. And then as they go up, have a look at this, because the buildings in the background go bloody horizontally.
oh, that's good.
So the way they're climbing makes no sense.
Yeah, that's it. You're bad at your job.
Yeah. So there you go.
Leave the props department alone.
There you go. Just a few little sight things I saw this week that I thought were great. Jesus, this is hammy. It is so hammy. It's
But it's actually
amazing.
going hammy in the right direction.
Oh,
though.
it's so funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like I sent Braden a couple of messages as I'm watching this because I knew that he got it on the level I did, and I'm just like, this is the funniest thing I've ever seen. It knows it's dumb.
Yeah.
It knows it's just comically dumb, and so it does everything it can to be as dumb as possible.
Essentially, it's 66 Batman breaking the fourth wall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely.
I also like how Adam West cannot see out of that fucking mask at all. And anytime he's talking to someone, he's got to tilt his head up so he can see who he's talking to.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's how he disguises who he is. Because it's not his voice. Windy. And I just... Commissioner
talking
Gordon
to
is best in this.
Am I talking to you? No, I'm talking to you.
At least he can move his head.
This is true.
I love it at the start when Penguin has done his first umbrella attack, and the cops are all there and like, so is anybody here smart enough to figure it out? And they're all just like, nah, cool, Batman.
Can anybody figure out this?
Oh.
You Chan? No, but then Chief O'Hara's like, I can't do it. He's like, brave man admitting that you can't do things, Chief O'Hara.
I like how when the big umbrella lands and they sort of get their riddle, and then the cops roll up and he's like, carry on.
Carry on, officers. Yeah, carry on, officers. Runs into his car. I still just love the fact he swans around in that bloody thing the whole time. Or their life-size decoys hidden in the suit of armor
Yeah.
at Wayne
Yeah.
Manor.
One thing I picked up on tonight is that the Batmobile has a license plate number. Therefore, it is
Yeah, I
registered
picked
so
up on that
that
too. It's registered.
Gotham City
Yeah, but
knows
it's
where it is.
no, it's just registered to Batman, and its location will just be, where is it, the
Batcave.
Batcave?
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah. It's good though.
Like,
It's
of all the
fantastic.
cars you register, that's probably the safest.
hilarious.
Imagine the
He-
insurance
he's
on it.
paid-
What is it? It's the Batmobile. Sorry, Braden, what were you saying?
I just think it's great that it's registered. It's hilarious.
I just love the fact it's on a turning plate, so he drives it in, and then the Batcave just literally looks like, you're going to want to go that way, let me fix that for you. Fuck reversing. See, somebody got in my car once, and there was a joke that they made to me because I don't like to reverse. And they were like, you don't like to reverse? I'm like, Batman doesn't reverse, I don't reverse. And it's because of this. The fuck it doesn't reverse.
So you like to inverse?
I like to inverse, exactly. I just go inversely forwards.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, fair enough.
But no, this was great. I'm looking forward to next week. Alfred still seems like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm still kind of confused. I'm confused by
Why is he
Aunt
so tall?
Harriet.
Oh,
If she's Dick's aunt,
because she's living off of Bruce's money.
okay,
I reckon she was one of those types that was like, ka-ching,
fair
won the
enough.
lottery, I'll go in and live off of it too.
I like how excited that apparently Dick Grayson, his aunt, thinks he's a sports fisherman. The bass are jumping at the lake. I'm sorry, there's literally nothing I can do.
I
am
wonder who
legally-
told him that. I cannot tell a lie, madam. It was I.
What?
So I'm legally obligated to go fishing.
Yeah, that's
Sounds
what he
like
has
my
to
dad's
do.
dream.
I also just...
Sorry, can't.
I love the
type.
fact that, like bloody Bruce Wainwright goes off, like lives at this house, this swan around with chicks, but she's all amazed when Alfred is knocked out with a woman sitting next to him. She's all like, how dare you! I need to fan myself. I'm so overcome.
I can't tell you what happened last night, can I?
I'm so overcome. Fuck off. Fuck off. You
Let the man
festering
go.
sack of fucking...
Vagina.
Oh, God, she's a... Anyway, has anybody got anything to say about this episode, or should we move into the awards section for it?
I think
Awards.
I've said all I need
Awards,
to
alright,
say.
let's throw out our Barbaras for this week. I'm going to go first. Mine goes to Aunt Harriet, because fuck me, she sucks.
Yeah. she's
I
a
want to
bad
cut
character.
my dick off and beat myself to death with it when she comes on the screen.
Yeah, she's not a good character. Like, there's not a lot of reason for her to be there.
There's not a lot of reason for, like, she just needs to, she's the Felicity of this show.
Whoa.
She's the Felicity season 3 of the show.
Yeah, she's,
Season 3 Felicity.
she's original Felicity, or retro Felicity.
Retro Felicity.
She's retro Felicity.
Fair enough.
She was Felicity before there was Felicity. Feliception.
In the fallopian tube.
that's a
Jesus,
bit rough.
Matt, come on now.
That's a bit rough.
You're going to
But,
scare people off this show with your face already. Don't do it with your humour as well.
oh,
Once
wow.
again, where can you go to watch us on Twitch, Braden, in the future?
Hey, get on right now. Oh, wait, you would be on right now if you could hear this right now. Twitch.tv/From the Batcave Podcast.
That's right, we will still be beta testing for the rest of this month, and then at the very first episode of next month, we will be going live.
Ooh, pressure.
So make sure to tune into that one when we will. That one will, of course, these ones are just going to be recorded for audio for the time being. But once we go live, they will upload it to YouTube afterwards as well, so you can watch them back to your heart's content.
Oh,
Scary.
awesome.
So there you go. There's something to look forward to. The future is coming, folks. But in the meantime, we are still a radio show, so back to a little bit of audio for now. And who else has got Barbara's?
I'm going to late jump on yours, man.
Oh man, she sucks,
I-
doesn't she?
I don't think there's any punishment for late jumping on that one. She's a needless character.
Oh
She
no,
brings
she
nothing to the
is.
story. She's just there.
Yeah.
I'm
She's
gonna,
there to go. Wave myself.
I'm gonna go with Dawn.
But she fell in love with Batman when
No.
she only glimpsed him for a moment, but now she's
then-
madly, hopelessly in love.
Oh, she's a Barbara.
I just love the fact that Bruce Wayne comes over and he's like, Bruce Wayne. She's like, yep.
Yep.
And he's all like, they're all just like, what's wrong with her? She doesn't want to fuck Bruce? What is this shit?
Is she one of them gays?
Is she a robot?
Exactly.
Cyborg.
A cyborg. A fembot. She's a fembot.
Nice. My head went to completely sidetracked. Black Books. Look,
Yeah.
look! I'm a prostitute robot from the future.
Oh, no, that's fair. Dawn's not great.
Oh, no, she's
She's
not.
not great.
No, Brayden, have you got a Barbara?
I initially thought I was going to go dumb shit cops, but I really liked that. It was good. So I don't have one.
Yeah? Not even
Really?
I
Harry.
don't have one.
Not even going to give
I
one
love
to
this show.
Harriet.
It's great.
You thought Harriet was
Hey.
great? Did I just hear you right?
Harriet.
Yeah.
Ah, God, I don't want to late jump onto that. I could late jump onto that.
That's okay. I'm just making sure I didn't hear
I'll
you
late
say
jump
that you
on that.
thought she was great. 'cause
No one wants to
otherwise
jump on
you
Harriet
said- So
anyway.
you are saying you want
No,
to late
I
jump?
yeah, I'll late jump onto that.
Good.
I love this show, is what I was saying.
Oh, I love
show
this
is
show
great.
too. This show's amazing.
That's alright.
Alright, well, let's move on to the review of The Flash, Episode 2. And just before we get there, ladies and gentlemen, there is a normal order to this show. As you know, I like a bit of structure, I have a bit of OCD. What's the normal order of the show, Braden? Do you know who reads what normally in this retro section?
I forgot. It's Terry. Over to you.
That's right. Now,
Hope
we're
I'm
not
right.
going over to
Yep.
Terry, though. Would you like to know why, Braden?
Why?
Matt, would you like to fill Braden in?
It's
Not
one of those
particularly, but I don't think I
shows.
really have a choice, do I?
No, you don't, or else I'll fill Braden in.
And Adam's will be a lot more colourful than yours, so...
In living color. Live on Twitch TV.
I stuffed up big time. I watched the wrong episode because I thought that the Lois and Clark that we normally watch, or was it
The pilot.
The
pilot?
You
I thought the pilot was
episodes,
two
didn't you?
episodes, so
Because you're
I
dumb.
just
No, because it's just that long.
I skipped episode
Yes.
2 and went straight to episode 3. So I didn't actually watch episode 2, which Terry's gonna have to review for me.
Thank you so much.
We're
This
full of
gift
probies
that
this
you have
week.
given me, Matt.
Oh, but it's
Fuck
gold.
you, it was a good episode.
No, I was... Calm your tits! Rest those breasts, young man.
Now,
My lord.
now let's hear Matt review The Flash, because now I assume you watched The Flash episode. Just before we get into this, I assume this week as well, you obviously as well found time to watch Richard Donner's Superman before you got to my house today, yeah?
Mostly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Read The Flash episode 2.
Alright. The Flash episode 2, Out of Control. Homeless people are being found in the back streets of Central City with odd deformities over their bodies. Tina's former colleague, Dr. Carl Tanner, comes to town with mysterious intentions. And Barry becomes suspicious of the good doctor when Tina McGee is drugged and her lab is broken into. Upon arrival at Star Labs, the Flash is confronted by and captured by Dr. Tanner, who is just like almost resembles a Hulk. Just
Funny
as
that.
a
At
side
that point,
note.
yeah.
Were-Hulk.
For a feel-good twist, one of Barry's high school friends who turns out to be homeless is helped by Barry by getting a job as a security guard at Star Labs.
Good guy, Barry.
Good guy.
Good guy, Barry.
Good guy.
It almost reflects the actor who we love. Anyway.
Yes.
In our final confrontation, Barry saves Tina and captures Carl Tanner, who says his true intention was to cleanse the street of homeless and criminal elements.
Wash them away like dirt, I believe was his direct.
Yeah, he's a filth of a human being.
He's not happy.
Just want to point something out there. A little bit rapey this episode.
Yeah.
A little bit Bill Cosby.
Wow.
A little bit trading.
Oh, a little bit
trading,
Rolf Harris.
Yeah, a little bit Rolf Harris. A little bit trading Quaaludes for sex. A little
Yeah.
bit of that.
Uh-huh.
I'm just saying that, like, if he's breaking in, drugging her, and stealing notes,
He's
he's
doing
taking a
something
couple
else.
of photos as well.
Mm.
At the
Or
least.
worse.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
She should at least wash her hair, is what I'm saying.
I'll be getting the morning after pill. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you're pretty subtle.
Subtlety, that's Matt the Pro Bridges. Matt, the subtle Pro Bridges. Don't even know it's there.
Did not like the rape.
No.
Did not like the rape. Really thought John Wesley Shipp the Hulk was pretty funny, but did not like. I'm gonna say something that might get me into a little bit. Might get me a little bit of heat with the boys.
Here we go. At least one an ep.
John Wesley Shipp, amazing in this show, as always. I mean, fuck the guy. The guy could literally come to my house and just be like, "I'm going to just read the labels of all the things in your fridge,"
And you will
I'd be
cry.
like, "Give this man an award, please." That was amazing.
So him and Tom Kavanagh.
Oh my god!
Can you imagine a spoken
The sandwich of that would just be incredible.
Spoken word. Here's your wet dream. Spoken word album.
I don't want
Narrated
an
by
album. I just want to hear a conversation between the two of them. They
reading
can talk about
criminology
anything.
books.
Oh, dude.
That's what I'm saying. There's your dream. Just take
No,
a minute.
my dream is that I get to Hollywood and John Wesley Shipp and Tom Kavanagh are like, you know what cases really interest me? The Zodiac case. I've read everything I can and I'm just like, holy shit, I'm about to have a 12-hour conversation with John Wesley Shipp and Tom Kavanagh in which we just are like, yeah, that was really... What do you think about the hood? Was the symbolism on that? Well, I think the fact it was stitched in clearly showed.
Yeah.
Anyway, back to my point here. John Wesley Shipp is sensational in this show.
Yeah.
Everything around John Wesley Shipp.
So great.
Oh my god, is it terrible?
Yeah.
Like, I know this show is going to get good. We've seen that with the Trickster, but fuck.
Yeah.
Me, this episode hurt to watch.
Yeah. I don't think. I think if on comparison to the Flash that we normally watch.
At least this Barry's a scientist.
This is true. This is
Except they all act like being a scientist is a bad thing in this show.
true. Yeah. No. Right.
And
I
they
don't know.
You're a
treat him like
scientist?
dirt.
Were you dropped on your head? You must be dumb to be a scientist. At one point in this episode, he says, disparagingly about himself, well, I'm only a forensic scientist. Yeah, you're more skilled than everybody else in the building.
I know.
Dumbass.
So like, if we compare it to the news.
Compare
Compare it.
Yeah, if
Sorry,
we compare it,
halfway saying.
let's compare it to the Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs. Wrong emphasis on the wrong syllable again. There's been no real sort of room for character growth or any sort of development to show.
No.
Plus, I mean, at the moment he's just taking on, like rogue scientists, corrupt police officers, and whatnot.
I'd almost say he's almost got battered wife syndrome with his dad being such a dick to him.
Absolutely. I'd agree.
There's only really two characters in this show as such, which is
Julio.
Barry and Julio doesn't even really count.
Yeah, Barry
and
and
Tina.
Yeah.
Tina was better this episode.
She's good this episode because they actually focused a lot about her as well.
And her late husband.
And her husband and wanting her panties filled with
I
someone.
like the longingful stare at the, at the photo on the mantle. Just like close up on the eyes. It's just like
Look lovingly. I want to
look
kill you.
lovingly at him.
I've
Remember
never-
your time with him.
I've never loved in my life. And now I must picture it, for I am Tina McGee.
It's like a weird version of female Bane you just struck on then.
I-
McGee.
I'm Tina McGee, wife of Bane.
But,
I
Run,
fell in the
Barry,
pit.
run. You must run faster, Barry.
My late husband died in an experiment where he tried to... It makes sense, he was trying to get bigger and stronger.
I've cracked the
He
code.
cracked the code.
Quick. But like, as soon as I think they start to introduce villains like the Trickster, obviously that happens later, like Captain Cold or Captain Boomerang, if we get one of those two captains of industry. Just some,
Jesus.
just some super villains would be nice, like some,
Yeah, I'm
You
pretty
know, it'd
sure
be
we don't
nice.
get either of those.
Plot
Rod?
points.
Oh,
Some
no.
plot points, some script writing, some twists.
Grodd.
Maybe Harrison Wells.
Not something that we saw like in 1970 some odd in the Hulk films.
Oh no. Okay. What you really
Wait,
want?
but-
What you really want is someone to slow move their foot off a wheelchair.
Yeah, yes. Tina McGee fakes being a paraplegic. Oh, there's a plot twist for you.
Yeah, but is she a good guy or is she a...
We don't.
We don't know.
Yeah.
She's English. That's all we know.
She did help Barry run from the same same van,
Yeah. Oh.
same experiment,
Oh, look out.
and then
One or
onto
two
the,
things, it's
onto
gonna
the
be-
cosmic treadmill.
Yeah, oh, that is true.
Yeah, okay,
You look like you're having a bit of a twitch there.
I think I had a stroke, sorry.
That's okay, that's fine.
Sorry about that. Tends to happen when, like, retards talk to me. Let's hear from Braden about what he thought about this to see if maybe he'll melt my brain too, because I need to... I think Bill Cosby's Quaaludes are kicking in.
Need some Valium.
Look, yeah, it really needs to start going somewhere, and it needs more characters. It just doesn't have enough. It's
These more
just,
solid characters.
yeah.
You mean they don't like Julio coming in and being like, Barry, man, I'm totally tokenly black, and, like, I ran tests, man. Shit! Man.
So
He's like,
his
retro diggle.
His retro diggle. His stoned
Oh.
retro diggle.
I was gonna say he's no oh shit, I've forgotten his name.
Diggle?
In Flash. No, not Diggle.
Cisco?
Cisco. He's no Cisco.
Sure as shit, no, Cisco.
No, yeah.
He's no Cisco, so he's just no good.
No.
Um,
The problem with this show, though, for me, is like you keep saying, right? We want villains. We want things, and I'm tired of waiting. Quite frankly, I just don't want to anymore.
See, Braden, if you didn't hate this song so much, you wouldn't hear it as much. But then again, I don't want to.
I never said I hated it. I just said I had no interest of watching the show.
Sorry.
Yeah, we'll be sorry.
But seriously, I
It's
don't
not
want
gonna
to
be
wait.
yes, it's gonna be
I
sorry.
want it to happen. What's your problem, Braden?
Oh, I'm just saying it's not gonna be yes. It's gonna be sorry.
Oh no,
He's coming round.
But
He's coming
it's going to be Trickster. It's going to be Mark Hamill in a onesie, mate.
Yeah.
Mark
At which
Hamill
point it
in
will-
a
yes.
onesie.
At least we won't have a Ronnie moment.
We might.
Right, I'm sure we'll have a Barry moment from
Tina?
Tina.
Oh,
Oh,
I
me
want
having
Robin.
should be all like Barry.
Be like a really intense scene.
Except she'll do it like female Bane, so she'll be like
Barry,
Barry,
Barry, Aaron.
Barry.
So that's Kim Jong-il. His name is Barry Aaron.
He's the fastest man alive.
He knows Korean.
If he's from North Korea now, we saved him every disease. He's also free of everything because their miracle cure that they've manufactured in their bunker with fucking particles from like sometime in 47. Because that's the last time fresh air even went into fucking North Korea.
That is true.
Oh, wow.
The birds
Well,
choose
what-
to avoid North Korea. I'm just
Way
saying,
to
what does
dig
that
it
tell
out,
you?
like foreign listeners.
They're not allowed to listen to this in North Korea.
No,
we have
literally,
freedom
they're
of
not allowed to.
expression.
Oh, really?
Every
Yeah.
radio station is Kim Jong-un telling them the news.
And the news
Wow.
is this. I have superpowers. I'm
I
the
speak
son
to
of the leader.
dolphins.
God told
I
me this
don't
morning that my dick is the biggest in all the country and all the ladies can suck it.
Then why the fuck is Tony Abbott trying to talk to this dude?
Because he's dense. He's retarded.
See, retard speak retard, you know what I mean? Like, Finnish people speak Finnish,
Yeah.
and they understand when you speak Finnish. You're Mongolian and you speak Mongolian, you'll understand each other. Retards speak retard.
Okay, fair enough.
Tard's gonna tard, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tards be,
diggy tight.
tards be tripping.
That's Tony Abbott.
Right.
This is what happens. See, Tony, I have a theory that, like, you remember Teddy Ruxpin? Now he had the tape player in the
Yeah.
back.
Yeah.
That's Tony Abbott, right? And it's just a tape player making the noise. No one is, the tape player's turn over. Da-da, Tony Abbott, diggy tight, I am per minute.
And then Joe Hockey wheels him off later on, changes the backstream.
Got a bit of fluff on your shoulder there.
Anyway, let's move on.
Oh,
Wow.
Let's move on before the government shuts us down.
the
Like
man
ABC.
shut us down.
Yeah, we're asking the hard hitting questions.
How's it gonna roll?
Let's
Tell me
hand it.
why you're a retard.
Dude, I got a blood nose from listening to that.
Don't worry, I started bleeding from the ears listening
No,
to your
I'm
opinions.
serious, I got a blood nose. I need a tissue.
Shit.
I don't have any nearby.
There's a dollar bill. Use a dollar bill.
While he goes off to stop bleeding, let's hand out some awards for this week. What
Yeah.
did everybody think for a Barbara? Anybody getting a Barbara?
Everyone but Barry and Tina.
Everyone but Barry Allen.
Barry Allen.
Barry
Tina
Allen.
Monkey.
Okay.
Okay, werewolf dude. What's his name? Connor?
Rapey Mick
Yeah,
Stalker Pants.
rape.
Dr. Carl McRapist.
Dr. Carlbeck, like, take 2 of these and call my dick in the morning.
Mm.
How come you're flossing with my foreskin?
What, you can't
He was-
breathe or back
yeah.
up an inch?
No,
Didn't
he's just
like him.
giving her an endoscopy.
Endoscopy.
An
that's what it
endoscopy
is. That's what
with
it
his
is.
special flesh lens. Yeah, that's a good answer, Braden. It's a pretty good answer. A lot of people you could give it to in this one. I'm going to have to give it to the captain of police for just being like,
Yep.
why do you want to help Barry? Why do you want to be good at your job?
Why?
Why
Why do you
can't
want
you
to
be like
see?
the
People's
police of
lives.
Gotham City and being confident and happy?
And
Get back to
sometimes
your
speak with an
chest
Irish
tubes.
accent.
Big or a cheap? Well, it's because I've trained it out of them. My rhythmic, hypnotic voice has made them stop. I love how that guy talks, man. He's another one. Give me the conversation with him. I am very keen to talk about serial killers. I'm Commissioner Gordon. But if we're going to do it, you need to understand I can't catch them. Only one man can. The King Crusader.
I'll call
Yes,
him.
Chief O'Hara. I didn't get him, but I spoke to the butler. Funny how he has an
No, got
English
his
butler.
butler. Still got no idea who he is, though.
If only there was some other person who swanned around in the exact same manner. I love the fact as well, just to get back to that, while we wait for Matt to come to give us his award, right? When Adam West runs as Batman, he runs, powers forward with his left leg, but then like drags his right leg like it's like gimpy behind him. Especially when he goes to the bat pole, he does this like long, like dramatic, like stride thing to get there.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing.
So we're looking for a slightly disabled millionaire of those times who could possibly...
Tony Abbott is Batman.
No.
No, he's not.
No. George Clooney was bad enough.
I think that was Tony Abbott is Batman. All right, look.
Tony Abbott and Joe Hockey is Batman and Robin. There's a fucking nightmare. Oh.
While we wait for him to get back, then let's hand out some Cranstons for this one.
Did we hand out Cranston's for 66 Batman? I don't think we did. I know we handed out Barbara's. Didn't hand out Cranston's.
I don't think we did, yeah.
Oh, okay, well, I apologise then. Well, it's a good time to segue then. It's
It's all right.
since we've been talking about 66
It was all
Batman.
planned. It was all planned. It was all planned.
What have you got Cranstons for 66
Absolutely.
Batman?
Penguin.
The Penguin.
Penguin. Or who was the guy who plays Penguin?
Burgess Meredith.
Burgess Meredith. He gets my Cranston.
Okay.
He's very entertaining.
See, my Cranston for that went to, I was very surprised when I saw this. There was a cameo in this episode. I don't know if you made it out. A character I didn't expect to see. Hawkeye made an appearance, and Jeremy Renner has never looked better.
I did
So Jeremy Renner gets my Cranston. Good fact, Jeremy Renner, true story. Jeremy Renner was the one who went here to the criminal storeroom.
Excellent. No, I did see. I saw Hawkeye. I'm like,
Man, that's Hawkeye.
yeah.
That's Jeremy Renner. That's how old that fucking shriveled head motherfucker is. He was in 66 Batman. So there
Yeah,
you
well,
go.
you took mine there, so
Oh,
I'm
you're
not
gonna give
really
yours to
late
Jeremy
jumping, but
Renner
I'm
as
going
well?
with Renner too.
Nice.
Give me 66 Renner.
66 Renner. Retro Renner.
Yeah.
Retro Renner.
And of course, the picture of Richard, well, not, but the picture behind of Retro Renner will be on our WordPress.
Fantastic. So back to Flash. Phil Cranston.
Yes.
Us three, the three important people who don't bleed from orifices.
Well, the
still
two
here.
important people who can watch the right things, and one who's making me consider.
Yeah. Well, I made a mistake.
Made a huge mistake.
I made a huge mistake. Cranston's going to John Wesley's ship with the secondary to Tina McGee. This is how that is. The two
I'm going to have to
competent
agree with you
actors.
there.
Huh?
I jump on to the J-Dubs.
Mm-hmm. The J-Dubs.
Yeah, honourable mention to Tina McGee. I think I gave out the same award last week too.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
All right, and I'm giving out an award for this one.
Oh, something controversial. You're sitting like straight back.
No, it's not. It's
He's got
J-Dubs.
his Ray Martin hands going on. Just
The important thing to consider here is this.
this.
John
J-Dub.
Wesley Shipp is the greatest man of all time. John Wesley Shipp.
Yeah,
Boom.
absolutely.
Mic
Alright.
drop.
Boom.
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 Boom. Where is that from? Where did it start?
My brain. As most of the funny, the same way this podcast and most of the funny things that happen in your life come from, my brain.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so do we want to continue? And...
I think we should,
We
because
should
otherwise we'll time. So let's continue on now into Lois and Clark.
Yep. Episode 2. The
Especially
strange...
since Matt hasn't watched the bloody thing.
It works well. Look at that. Thank you for giving him that blood nose. Lois and Clark, Episode 2.
I
Strange.
was trying to break his prey.
Strange visitor. Jason Trask, a man who claims he works for the government, bursts into the Daily Planet and wants to interrogate Lois and Clark about Superman. Superman. During the interrogation, Trask does not find any of the information he wants and leaves. Later, Perry finds out that the warrant that Trask used was fake, and Lois and Clark start to investigate about Trask. They reach a man who works for the government named George Thompson, but Thompson denies that he knows anything about Trask. Lois follows him to a secret warehouse where Thompson is found dead. Lois returns to the warehouse with Clark. They find out about different alien objects that seem to be connected to Superman, including a spaceship and a ball that shines when Clark touches it. It's kind of funny when you read it back. Trask finds them in the warehouse and captures them. He's determined to find and kill Superman, and to do that, he uses them as bait by throwing them out of a plane. And that's where my synopsis ends for some reason.
And that's the point where Superman comes swinging in and saves Lois, and ultimately makes it seem like he saved Clark.
Yep.
They're all kind of the general is taken into custody,
That's right.
and everybody's happy, and we leave on to another day.
In
And
the
Lois
ghetto.
Lois is kind of ditzy about the end, and then everybody's happy. And it all wraps
So-
up in a neat little package. Hot? Yeah, she is so hot.
Yeah. I like it with the short bob. Is just
Oh god, I told you, man.
delicioso.
Oh,
I know,
so many nights just spent fantasizing.
I'm gonna be.
Just give me a moment, please. I need a moment with the listeners for them to go back with me in time. So let's go back to the 90s. Let's go jump to the time machine. And this is what my brain was made up of at the time. I was picturing Terry Hatcher. Just had her in my head. Terry Hatcher. I was like that bob, that silky hair, those pantsuits, that strong Lois Lane style, that burgundy lipstick. You saucy minx, Lois. You dominate my thoughts. What are you doing to me, Lois? I've got an inside scoop, Lois. I've got an inside scoop.
I'm gonna be.
And now, hey, we'll come back to now. Sorry.
I'm gonna
happy
be
ending.
completely honest about this. I'm kind of neutral about this TV series so far.
I
don't-
really enjoy it.
I love it.
It's had the same amount of airing time, pretty much, as where we're up to in Flash.
Yep.
Yeah.
and it has developed a story
Oh no, absolutely.
far better already.
Developed 4 characters at least, if not 5, in fact.
But I know
Yeah,
for some reason
yeah,
I'm kind of
yeah.
neutral about it. I don't hate it. I don't love
It's
it.
because you have this issue with bloody... Oh, no, it's Matt that has the issue with Dean Kane's head, isn't it?
Thank
Not
you.
I apologise.
I like Dean Kane.
I just apologise to you. Fuck you.
Fuck you.
He's not here, so let's throw him under the bus. Again, he thinks Dean Kane looks like Taylor Lautner.
Yeah.
In
Taylor
kind of
was
as
gay.
in, like, you know...
I think Matt's racist. That's... Anyone with a slight tan more than his pale English white complexion. Think about it. You think about it.
That is true. He did say just the other day that he was confused because Julio on the Flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
He
Yep.
looked a lot like him too.
Exact. I think I've broken the code. So yeah, but like no, I actually really like Dean Kane.
Oh, Dean
as,
Kane's amazing.
as Clark. Superman.
I really hate Taylor Lautner. I also just want to know why Matt is spending such an inordinate amount of time watching Twilight if it's burning into
because marriage.
Dude,
I'm
Braden.
assuming.
Hey, I haven't watched it. Haven't
Yeah,
seen
but
a
you're
single one of
engaged,
them.
not married.
he's
Still not gonna
he's
happen.
locked down with the kids, man.
So is Matt.
Yeah, I know, but I'm saying Braden's as good as married.
No, that's true.
I think the other reason Braden's not married is because he's like cheap as fuck and it costs too much money to get married.
He's in Mo. Leave him alone.
That is true. Who wants to get married in Mo? What is wrong with you?
A Mo marriage.
A very
Very
Mo
fucking-
marriage.
Very Mo.
This Christmas on E, a very Mo marriage.
And this is why Braden cries himself to sleep.
Yeah, but it's okay because he's
Yes.
the eye candy of the show, so he just looks in the mirror and he's like, God damn it, I'm handsome. I look like Tony fucking Stark.
I don't even need Terry Hatcher.
That's fine because she's mine. Anyway. You stay away from my teenage fantasies where I could claim women as mine as low as like I was a cat just pissing on things apparently. But God damn it. Terry Hatcher, you know, legit.
Good looking bird.
Still.
No, not denying that at all. Yeah, I don't love the series, nor do I hate the series.
I can see why you're neutral at the
I'm-
moment,
I'm-
but I also know what's to come. I think that's why I enjoy it so much, because it is...
what's to come besides you? Because it's more Terry Hatcher.
Came. No, that's came. That's past tense.
But yeah, I can kind of see where you're coming from, I guess.
Yeah.
Because the characters being developed, the stories aren't that great, but at the same time, Braden has a great point where...
Oh, no, absolutely.
We've had... Of each of them, we've had 105 minutes. Is that right?
Ish.
No.
No, because the
Nah, a
pilot
bit
was
more than that.
near on 2 hours.
Okay, so say
Yeah.
2 hours and 40 minutes of each.
Yeah,
So nearly
absolutely.
3 hours of each.
Roughly.
And in that time, on Lois and Clark, Superman has come to terms with his identity, got his job, met Lois, saved Lois 4 times, saved a plane, met with Luthor, confronted Luthor, we've met Lex Luthor, we've met Cat Grant, we've met Perry White, we've met
Yeah.
Jimmy Olsen. They've all had multiple storylines within that. We know those characters, like I know Perry White now.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
you know all the characters very well, and also in that time they've started developing the relationship between Lois and Clark themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then on Flash,
You
you've
have
got
nothing.
John Wesley's ship, who's got a real now can run fast. You got hit by lightning, has a really cool suit, and Tina McGee's husband is dead.
Oh no, I'm not denying that at
So,
all. Like,
yeah.
but I think it's for me because I was never a really big Lois and Clark fan growing up. I'd catch the occasional episode, but I was never like, you know, it's Wednesdays 7 o'clock on CBS or whatever, and
Yeah.
I'd go watch it. You know.
Yeah, it's the same. But yeah, I'm really enjoying this. I'm enjoying the story. I'm looking forward to what's coming with the story. I want to know what's going to happen with that ship.
Do you feel like it's the prototype for what the CW kind of shows became? Because that's what I'm feeling like watching it, is that it feels like it
Yeah.
fits within the Arrowverse, as it
Yeah,
were,
very
just
much,
10
I
years
agree.
earlier.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I do like the prototype because I felt very much this way about Arrow.
Yeah.
When I first started, I'm like, I don't really like Oliver Queen, but you know,
To me, the star of this, it's a Superman show, but you look at the name of it. The name of it is Lois.
Yeah,
it's Lois, and Clark.
Clark,
Lois
yeah.
is the star, in my
Absolutely.
opinion. And for me, that's why I actually really enjoy the fact that this to me is what Lois Lane should be. She's ballsy, she's strong, she's insane, but she's not like Superman.
She's not a
Superman
nutbar.
Superman has to save Lois because Lois is just that tenacious at her job that she'll die if he doesn't.
Yeah.
But she's not like I know, as we'll talk about later, she is the type of chick who'll be like, I'm going to prove you Superman by throwing myself out a window.
Yeah.
But that's a big difference between the, like, I guess the other trope where they're always getting in the damsel in distress, where they're always in
Yeah.
trouble and always getting kidnapped, and
Yeah, conversely, I think I like this. I'm warming to it better than I am any other show, basically because when I see, let's be honest, like when we see superheroes and stuff, it's always male, big, dominant role models, isn't it?
yeah,
And it's always, like you said, the damsel in distress. But I mean, for this to actually take a character like Lois Lane and make her almost like a role model for young girls and stuff like that. It's ballsy, career orientated. If they have a boy or man in their life, whatever. But you know, it's actually quite a nice, strong.
well, they
female
make
role
that point in the pilot that Lois Lane doesn't have time for a man. The only man she's interested in is Superman, and even then, it's because realistically,
It's a story.
Superman's the only person more with
Oh.
more strength of character, more powerful than Lois.
Yeah, see, and that's that's why I do like Lois Lane in this, and I
Yeah.
do like it when they actually give me a strong female figure, unlike Cat Grant, who's, let's be honest, a whore.
But that's what she's in the comics.
So-
That's exceptional because what they did with that was it was before Lois and Clark got together in the comics, because Lois and Clark in the comics had got together probably 4 or 5 years before the show began. As we'll see in when we get into later years of the show,
Yeah.
the comic book marriage actually tied up with Lois and Clark. It was
Okay.
done this big event where the comic got released the same week the episode came out.
Oh, cool.
But before that, the comics had introduced Cat Grant, who was kind of like he was to throw a little bit of, I guess, a spanner in the works in the Lois and
Bit of
Clark dynamic.
competition.
Yeah, in the comics.
Yeah.
To make you question it, so that ultimately Cat is what brought Lois and Clark together to become a couple and
Yep.
whatever else. Even though, ironically, Superman didn't tell her for a couple of years
Yeah.
until that they were dating that he was in fact Superman.
Yeah.
Which I think is brilliant that he somehow kept his glasses on the entire time.
Even in bed. Good man. So
Those
yeah, no,
elastic
it's-
straps, man.
I remember the electric straps. Yeah. So yeah, no, it's a good show, but I mean, I don't love it. I don't hate it. It's kind of like I don't mind not wasting 45 minutes, but you know, sit down and watch it for 45 minutes. I think I might have to actually sit down and have a sneaky marathon, watch a couple episodes, and then warm up, because I think that's how my brain's going to work with this one.
Well, you've got time now because you don't need to watch Superman 2 next week.
This is true. This is true. But you know what will happen next week? Now that I'll have a marathon, I'll actually reference the wrong episode,
Yeah, like you normally do.
like I normally do,
That's why I do your marathon early in the week and then watch the episode
and then refresh.
the day before,
That's what
so that you
yeah.
don't need to worry about that one.
That's what I'm thinking about doing. Yeah, I've got to write up
That's
a
what you
schedule.
should do.
I've got to write up a schedule for Superman.
Schedule.
All right. Well,
Superman
what about
schedule.
this? Have we got Barbara's for this one?
Not really.
I got one for
I
trash.
mean, but
Yeah.
He threw a bitch out of plane.
Yeah.
That's pretty evil. Like we're talking, this
Yeah,
is
but
the
isn't
same
it-
week that
is
a
it-
guy tried to drug rape somebody.
Yeah, but
and
I
he
mean,
threw a
it's-
chick out of plane.
I mean, going back to it, didn't we develop the Barbara just for bitchiness? For
I think
whorish maneuvers?
well, no, the Barbara was for the worst character in the show.
That is true.
The character who embodied the shitness and the character that we
Yeah,
hated
true.
and the one that made us be like, ugh.
That's true.
On many levels, it can be whether you're a shit actress like Aunt Harriet. It can be because you're a shit human being, like in this case. It can be
Yeah.
because you're Barbara Gordon and you're a hoe baggy.
That's fair.
You
Okay.
know.
I retract my previous statement and late jump onto yours. That's fair.
Hobaggy goes to Hobaggeries and Barbaras. That's
Hobaggeries.
That's
Felicities.
true. That's the Felicities.
That's a Felicity.
Well, that's epic hoe baggeries.
That's epic. That's
That's
yeah.
epic hoe baggery.
That's when he's sitting there going, damn, she ho.
Yeah, like I said, that's like when you break up with Ray Palmer and you've still got
You're
his
still
morning's
carrying-
load in the back of your
You're still
throat.
carrying pink eye.
Yeah,
from
like,
one
like
to
you
another.
literally have had to take the morning after pill to get rid of him, and then you're already onto Oliver.
This is how we get ants.
You're not supposed to take him two in one day.
Oh, Braden, you're Barbara.
oh shit! I don't know.
Late jump it.
I don't have one.
Late jump.
I don't even want a late jump.
Shit.
God damn, he's a
Don't
pacifist
even want a late
this
jump. Yeah,
week.
he
Isn't he?
he threw
He's
a
a
dude
Quaker.
out a window, but
Fucking Amish.
threw a dude out a window. Threw a chick out a plane.
He
but-
threw a chick out of plane,
Yeah,
and
he
you're
was
just
right.
like, he just threw a
I
chick out of
hated
plane.
him,
Like,
which
what are you
was
complaining
good.
about?
I liked that I hated him.
I throw bitches out of planes all the time. Like, that's all I do at work. I'm just like, go to work, throw a bitch out of plane. It's
In fact,
Monday.
if you walk down the main drag in Maui, it's littered with corpses of women who've been thrown out of planes.
By Braden.
By Braden. Yep.
Yeah,
Plane-
they
planes-
call him. They
planes
call
don't
him the Moe Air Bandit.
Yeah. Body drop of Braden Ahern.
Body dropper Braden. That's exactly it.
Braden, the body dropper Ahern.
The mad mutilator of Mo.
Oh, there's plenty of those.
He's so passive this week.
It's really weird, man.
It's annoying.
He's like the opposite of like what drunks normally are. Where they get aggressive. Raiden's just like somebody comes
You know
up and
what,
like,
man?
"You're in my seat." I'm really sorry. Let me get up and move it for you. Can I get you a
It's
drink?
almost
Would you
like
like a palmy? I'll get you a palmy. What's your name? Do you need some money? I hope you get home. Do you need cab fare?
I got
Oh,
a
fuck
cab
that
charge
shit.
to work. It's all good.
He's such a nice fucking guy, isn't he?
Annoying.
What a
I hate
dick.
it.
Piece of shit.
Yeah.
Retard.
Get fucked.
Fucking
There it is.
fucking Iron Man looking
Iron
like
Man,
an Iron Man, not
one
like an Iron
loving
Man
piece of
3.
shit.
What a dumbass. Anyway, we need to fill up some idle banter while we wait for Matt to get back.
Well, I mean,
I think we need
So let's
to-
go off topic
we
for a
need
while.
Blood ratings.
we haven't
That is
done
true.
Glover.
That is true. We haven't done the gold ratings, but we'll give it a few
We
more
should
minutes
wait
till
for
Matt gets
that.
back. In the meantime, I know something I'd like to talk about.
Yeah, what's up?
You have something you need to brag about this week. This
Oh.
would be the perfect opportunity to do it. We're
Remind
still
me.
in the segment.
Oh, yeah.
What happened to you on Facebook this week? Come on,
What
and take your time. We have time to fill.
Okay, I'm a fan of John Wesley Shipp.
No.
Understand? Huh?
No,
Yeah, I am.
Brain, did you know that?
Do you know that? I'm a fan.
No way.
Of J-Dubs. Anyway, I'm on trolling through Facebook. Not evil trolling. Trolling. Sorry.
Trolling.
Trolling.
Pronunciate and enunciate, sir.
Do apologise. I'm trawling through Facebook, and J-Dubs has posted something about a retweet saying, you know, share and retweet this if you'd like to see Flash on Netflix.
No, Flash.
No, it's Flash. It's one or the other. I'm not too sure. He
It
just
was
said,
his Flash.
Oh, was
'cause
his
the,
Flash?
The current Flash is on Netflix.
Is it? I did not know
yes,
that.
it
I
is.
need to start forking out my $8.99 again.
I don't have the soundbite lined up this week.
Damn
so
it.
I'm literally,
Damn it.
my brain was just like, fuck, that's what I forgot to open. So you saved this week, fuckers.
Anyway, I actually wrote on there after a couple of comments, and J-Dub seems the type, he likes to interact with his fans on any level.
He does indeed. He
And I
loves
saw
his
a
fans.
comment, and he's the type of guy who uses emotes, so I saw like a kissy face and a wink after some girl said, "We love you." I said, "John, just a heads up, me and the guys at From the Batcave podcast," I actually tagged us in it, are reviewing 90s Flash as part of our retro segment, and we're loving it. And got 4 likes, and checked our likes, and J-Dubs himself has liked it. So that's my little victory for the day. So my next task is to see if I can get a quote from him or some sort of message from him to us. That is my next thing,
You know your ultimate
Nice.
goal, of course,
is get him on Skype call.
is to get
Or get
me
him in the studio.
Get me talking to John Wesley Shipp.
In fact, can you
Because
just
I need to thank him.
get him to read the ingredients out of like packet pasta or something like that? The
I
content.
need to talk to him because I need him to help cure my fear of driving an ice cream. He's the only one that can.
Oh, actually, I'll post that on there. I'll post that on.
I need
I will
him to help
legitimately
me
post
through my
that.
trauma. He
Yeah.
traumatized me, man.
I
Mitch
know.
Leary died.
I know.
Mitch Leary died.
Because of ice cream and driving. I know. It's okay. I mean, I had a maxi bond in your car the other day, and you said, "Don't you fucking open that." So, I
Please,
didn't.
I'm gonna have a known flashback right now. We don't.
So yeah, that was our little victory. And we got a bit of attention from J-Dubs.
Ah,
I'm pretty happy with
I'm
that.
proud
So
of you.
Kayla's getting the tweets from Gotham, and you know, so we just need Matt
Yeah.
to do
yeah,
something.
but she's a woman. I mean, it's easy for her when you have boobs. It's easy to get attention.
and
I mean,
blonde.
I guess for you too. So
We've gone down a cup size. I'm kind of
But yours are hairy as well. We don't. People
Yeah.
don't like hairy boobs.
yeah. I'm 1 degree away from Robin Williams' hair coverage as well, so it's not good.
As long as you're not 1 degree away from One Direction.
No, I'm all the degrees away from them.
That's good.
I'm all there. So yeah, that was our little win today. I do want to actually ask you guys. I while the probe is away, I discovered a gem on YouTubes the other day. Did I share
Oh,
this with
yes.
you? Because I shared this with you, Adam.
Was this the Nightwing one?
This was.
Oh, hang on, no, yes, yeah,
P3
no, I know what you're
series,
talking about.
guys?
Yep.
All
All right, I'm going to swing my mic away because I want to allow you to explain this because it is worth you explaining
It is.
how and whatever.
All right. This is myself and Probe were actually cruising through YouTube looking for different Batman stuff as we do to prep for this show because we don't prep enough.
When you're not watching the right fucking episodes of movies.
That's correct.
That's what you do when you're not doing that. You're like, should we watch the shit? Nah, let's go on YouTube. Fucking millennials.
But there's a small company, I'm pretty sure it's P3 series, and there's a series called Grace and Earth 1. There's about, I think I'd probably count it as 2 episodes and a short ad they've made for an upcoming feature
Yep.
they want to make.
Yep.
The theory is, from what I perceive, from what I've seen, is it's a universe where none of the Robins have met Batman. It's crazy. It's shot fantastically, the concept is solid, and in every episode there are little Easter eggs or little hints to the comic book lore. Like did you see the very first episode? Have you seen that yet?
No, I've only watched the Jason Todd one, so...
Yeah. Okay, so...
Because I was busy watching the things we had to review this week.
You watched it at my house, alright? And
Yeah, because the rest of the time I was busy watching the things we had to review this week.
I appreciate your anger, sir.
Like my job entails. You fuck. Because these people at home who are tuning in to watch us on Twitch TV...
Where on Twitch TV can they get us?
Hey, Braden, you want to answer that question?
Pretty sure it's twitch.tv/From the Batcave Podcast.
That's true. We'll eventually be up on YouTube, and also if you want to see any pictures or anything we reference, those are, of course, on fromthebatcavepodcast.wordpress.com.
Excellent. But, you know, it's just... it was a very interesting concept, and I... Out of all the crap you can see online, this is actually probably one of the solid
amazing.
gems. It was phenomenal, and they said, look, our budget's $1,000 per episode, and how they do it for that is just mind-blowing.
I think there's a lot of favours being called in.
Absolutely.
And I want to know where they got their camera, because their camera alone has to be at least a $4,000, $5,000 camera.
Absolutely. You know,
It's my dream.
Yeah, it is. It looks high-end
It's the
quality.
dream, man.
Except for the wig department kind of lets it
Oh,
down.
the wigs. Bloody hell.
There's just one wig, but, you know, it just lets it
man.
down. But
I don't want to wait for that wig to be over. I want to set it on fire right now so the demons can be released.
But the first episode, for like a 15 to 20 minute episode, you've got, I'll give you who's in it. There's Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon, Cara Kelly, there's the mutants who get used as the bad guys, and there's Dr. Freeze. And just those
Dr.
five
Freeze.
Yeah, Dr. Freeze, or how are you meant to...
Mr.
pronounce it?
Freeze.
Oh, Mr. Freeze, sorry, we discussed this.
Mr.
Once
Freeze.
you specialise, you're no longer a doctor, you're a mister.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
they're
Yeah,
all
that's
pissed.
right. Mr. CrossFit actually sent us in the full information
Yeah,
because
he did.
he's a big researcher. He'll actually enjoy this. He loves Superman, so we get into the movie.
Yeah, we'll start, yeah. But it's for 20 minutes, those 5 sort of solid characters and groups being introed. It's a damn good story. And so I just want to give it a little bit of a plug to whoever's listening. Just go find
Check it
P3
out.
series. It's incredible. And the Jason Todd one blows
Well,
my mind.
I'll put up a link to their YouTube channel,
Absolutely.
so you can check them up online. That, of course, will be on our WordPress page,
Mhm.
which you can find at fromthebatcave.com, fromthebatcavepodcast.wordpress.com. But also, just in the meantime, while we wait for Matt to get back, and if he's not back after this, we'll do our glove rating, go on break, and he can give us his when we get back.
Absolutely.
Braden, where else can you go to interact with us online?
And I need to do a recording for this, I reckon. Facebook.com/FromTheBatCave, Twitter.com/FromBatCave, email at FromTheBatCave.podcast@gmail.com. Follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/FromTheBatCave Podcast. Was that it? Did I leave anything out?
From the
I said
Batcave
Twitter.
Podcast at WordPress.com. Otherwise, you were
Yeah,
dead
that
set
one.
on. Well done.
Well done,
Well
sir.
done. And that short ad break to plug ourselves was brought to you by the delicious taste of Coca-Cola. Oh, refreshing. Super refreshing.
Empty.
So let's hand out some gloves
Yeah.
for this week's episodes. It started off back in the 60s with Batman.
3.5.
Three
I
and a half
enjoyed it.
gloves?
Yeah, 3.5 gloves. It's it's a good solid episode. I know it's going to get better because the budget gets better.
Yep.
There'll be less Burt Ward because they started catering, so he's normally at the catering table when they're meant to be shooting. So yeah, it's 3.5 gloves.
All right, Brad, what are you rating it?
Yeah, I'm going to go 4.
Whoa.
Loving it.
I love it. I really,
as well, you
this was
bastard.
really entertaining. It really was.
Yeah, it was,
just
wasn't it? It was
hilarious the
great.
whole way through. I sat there and I laughed and I laughed and I laughed. It was great.
Yeah, I'm going to have to join you on that. Four gloves for that, absolutely.
Damn near perfect.
Yeah, it was really just enjoyable. Like I said, I sat down and just laughed through it. I'm like, this is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Like I said, I think I really enjoy it now because I went through so long hating this show because I wanted it. Like, I'm like, this isn't the Batman I want to see.
Yep.
And now that I'm watching, I'm like, this is the funniest thing.
Absolutely.
This just, like, this dude who is not... Everybody in the town is self-aware except
Yep.
Batman.
Yep.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, what about the Flash?
2.5, 3.
Gloves?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm going to say 2.5. It's just not enough. Not enough substance, not enough characters, not enough quality of characters.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Not enough going on.
I think they're still running on a shoestring budget. I think that's what the problem is.
Yeah.
Are you ready for my anger-inducing answer?
The tip of one
Is it going to be
finger?
better than 0 of last week?
4 fingers. Because John Wesley shit.
Better than last
You're not
week?
wrong. You're not wrong.
Sorry.
It's kind of just that. It's a little disappointing, actually.
Sorry, I've really killed the mood in here now. I brought the mood down. I've given Matt and blood nose and I brought the mood down.
Yep. You do that. We expect this of you now.
Shut up, Kevin Owens. But, finally, on to Lois and Clark.
3.75.
Okay.
I enjoyed it. I'm still warming to it. It was better than the pilot, because it was cut down. It was more meat.
More meat, less potato.
No, I love meat potato. I was going to make a pie reference, but I was just walking into a joke on that one. So there's more meat.
Less
than the-
crust.
Exactly. There you go. Thank you.
I wish you'd walked into that joke, because now that you've said it, I'm like, oh, that would have been sweet.
I know, but now that Braden finished it for me, it's all good. Safe zone.
It would have been sweet like the pies you eat. Anyway,
I eat savoury pies. What the fuck are you on about?
you don't eat like apple pie or an apricot pie or
No.
a cherry pie.
Poontang pie, yes, but no.
Is that
Brad, what do
sweet
you
or-
rate Lois and Clark?
Yeah, I'd sit on the 3.5 to 4. I enjoyed it and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes. I want to watch more Lois and Clark.
Good answer. 4 glove, 3 fingers.
Nice.
Wow.
Not enough ma pa?
Yeah, I do like mom and pop.
More, give me more Perry? Love me Perry. Fuck, I love Perry White in this. Well, Lois, what are you? Jesus, Lois, just print a... Stop, Lois, print the damn story!
It reminds me a
Give
lot
me
of-
heart attacks!
It reminds me a lot of JR from the old WWE, actually. Just give him the big gallon hat.
Yeah, pretty much. If wishes were fishes, Lois.
We've been living in the ocean. That's it. His dad. So yeah, no, good call.
Great shades of Elvis.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, on that note, it's time for us to take a quick break. But we will be back very soon. Welcome back to From the Batcave. Thanks for joining us once again. Break over. And now, Matt, you're alive.
Yeah, I'm alive.
How you feeling?
Pride's a bit shattered, but I'll be alright.
It's good. I'm glad that you're not dead
I'm not
on
dead.
some level. But the universe punished you for, like, fucking with me. See?
It did.
Don't fuck with me. Now, anyway, let's hear your both Cranstons for for Batman 66 and Flash,
Yep.
and then
It's retro
your
Gotham.
Barbara for Flash. You don't have to worry about Lois and Clark because you didn't watch it. What did you say, bro?
Retro Gotham.
That's retro Gotham.
Retro Gotham, yeah,
Retro Gotham.
exactly.
Alright, well, let's kick it off with... I did my Barbara for Batman, 66.
With
So
Dawn.
the Cranston for 66. I want to say Adam West.
You should.
Adam West is awesome, but I'm still not happy with Batman. Like, I'm not
The
picking
Batman.
The
The Batman, you say?
Batman.
I'm not picking on Batman. I'm picking on. I'm sorry. I'm not picking on Adam West. I'm just picking on Batman. I don't like that Batman. But
Okay.
Adam West gets it because he was probably the best actor in that 2 episodes. Oh, actually, Shia the Penguin.
Yeah,
Sorry.
fair enough.
But yeah, still going with Adam West because I love Adam. Adam West.
Everybody loves Adam West. He's the best.
He's rad.
Oh, he's beyond rad. So,
So, yeah.
okay. Good call.
Alright, so Barbara for Flash has to be that Dr. Carl.
Mm-hmm.
He's a douche.
Fair call.
Yeah.
He's an absolute dude.
Yep.
Woman beater, woman stalker,
Possible rapist.
possible,
Quaalude doser.
definitely a fucking rapist. Because if you're doing that and then pumping foreign drugs into your body,
Okay.
Yeah.
you're a jerk.
You're a jerk. So politically correct. Okay, and you're
Cranston's?
Cranston?
Who
J-Dubs?
else is it coming
Yeah,
down to?
good. Good answer. That was the unanimous decision while you were out. Was J-Dubs. All right. And do you have then gloves to give to these?
I'm gonna follow suit to you in a previous podcast.
Oh Jesus! Here we go.
No,
yeah.
no. I'm gonna give 5 gloves to John Wesley Shit or the Flash without anyone else in it.
That's pretty much what I just did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so yeah, everyone else can fuck off.
Come on, give Tina a little bit of love.
She gets a finger. Probably from Dr. Carl.
Oh.
Just don't forget to drug her first, alright?
You are there, Adam?
Wow. Wow. With that said, let's...
And 3 gloves for Batman.
Exactly right. With that said, let's move into our next segment, which is
The movie?
the movie.
The movie? We watching The Shinings now?
The Shining.
The Chinese.
Oh, that's okay. I thought you said, are we watching The
Shiny.
Shining? And I was like, for fuck's sake, Terry, did you watch the wrong thing? I watched The Shining!
3 gloves
Was no one watching The Shining? Exactly right. With that said, let's move into our next segment, which is... Oh, no, we had a bit of... Sorry about that, folks at home. Bit of background lag there, but I love to hear the sound of my own voice, so it doesn't matter either way.
And now for our feature presentation.
That's right. Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut. For those of us that actually watched the right bloody thing.
I did.
In
Eventually.
the end, In the end, you got there, yeah. And now, before we get into what you guys thought of it, before we get into talking about how amazing my video package actually worked there on Twitch. Actually, let's talk about that first. Did a video package there for you as you listen to the podcast. The audio of it obviously came through. I made sure it was audio intensive so you would enjoy it at home as well on the podcast. But in case you want to tune in next week to see what video I come up with for that, Braden, where can you go?
Twitch.tv/From the Batcave podcast.
That's absolutely right. Now, let's get into this film. Do it! Just
Do it!
do it. On the planet Krypton, criminals General Zod, Ursa, and Non are sentenced to an internal banishment inside the Phantom Zone by Jor-El for insurrection and murder, amongst other crimes. Later, the shockwaves resulting from Krypton's explosion change the trajectory of the Phantom Zone. Square? Glass slide?
Two-dimensional object?
Mirror.
Still square.
Prison, fuck it. Phantom Zone
Flat
prison.
cube.
Causing it to set on the same course as Kal-El's starship to Earth. 30 years later, Superman diverts an XK-101 missile into outer space, the one that was fired by Lex Luthor in the first film. Continuity. And unknowingly destroys the Phantom Zone prison square two-dimensional space floaty thing as it drifts towards Earth and frees its captives. As Zod lets out an amazing cry of free! Fuck, this film is amazing. At the Daily Planet in Metropolis, Lois Lane suspects that Clark Kent is Superman. She tests this by jumping out the window, but Clark uses his speed to race downstairs and his various other powers to make her land in a nearby fruit cart so that she probably has a concussion but is not dead. Whilst he runs back up to the window and is all like, "Woman, you crazy." Meanwhile, with the help of Eve Tessmacher, Lex Luthor, criminal genius,
Tessmacher!
Miss Tessmacher!
Tessmacher!
Successfully escapes from prison, abandoning Otis to be a fat bastard because he weighed the balloon down. Together they find and infiltrate the Fortress of Solitude, learning of the impending doom brought about by General Zod. He resolves to meet Zod and begins to track his approach using the alpha wave signal emitted by Kryptonians. Using the same tracking device, he locates the fortress. On the moon, Zod, Ursa, and Non ruthlessly kill a group of astronauts while discovering they have superpowers caused by Earth's yellow sun. Perry White has Lois and Clark pose as newlyweds to investigate the honeymoon suite scam at Niagara Falls. So stupid I could barely get through it. Superman's sudden appearance and rescue of a small boy at the falls renews Lois' suspicion, and she tricks Clark with a gun loaded with blanks into admitting that he is Superman. He then takes Lois Lane to the Fortress of Solitude where the two spend the night together. Yeah.
Giggity.
Zod, Eartha, and Non arrive on Earth and conquer a small planet Houston and conquer a small town in Idaho. After learning that the US military take order from the President of the United States on planet Earth, the Kryptonians fly to Washington DC, knock over the Washington Monument, and invade the White House. Superman decides to transform himself into a human and remove his superpowers by exposing himself to the red Kryptonian sunlight in a concentrated dose in a crystal chamber created by Jor-El. The two being Lois and Clark, return to Metropolis and learn of Zod conquest along the way. However, Clark gets his ass handed to him in a diner when he realizes that he's not in fact Superman anymore and big people can now beat the shit out of him. Because having muscles doesn't actually mean you can fight. More in that later when I have a go at Mr. CrossFit about something. Pay attention for bat nips. Anyway, realizing that humanity is helpless, Clark returns to the fortress to reverse his transformation. Having anticipated this decision, Jor-El's artificial intelligence reveals it has been programmed to deal with this situation by sacrificing the remaining Kryptonian energy it needs to continue operating, thus restoring Clark's superpowers. It must be joined with him by taking the physical form of Jor-El and touching him on the shoulder, making a reality of the Kryptonian prophecy concerning the Father becoming the Son and rendering the Fortress of Solitude obsolete. Lex Luthor, criminal mastermind, arrives at the White House and informs Zod that Superman is the son of Jor-El and that he has the ability to find him in exchange for control of Australia. He takes the 3 Kryptonians to Metropolis and they kidnap Lois as bait for Superman. Superman arrives and a fight ensues all over Metropolis. And after saving a bus full of civilians, Superman realizes he can't win as he's nearly had his ass handed to them by the 3 of them and flies off towards the fortress with Zod, Ursa and Non in pursuit, bringing Lois and Luthor with them. At the fortress, Luthor shows the chamber that strips Superman of his powers to Zod, who forces Superman to again undergo the transformation process. The villains are unaware that Superman has altered the process to expose everyone outside the chamber, removing the Kryptonians' criminal powers whilst protecting Superman inside the chamber. He defeats Non and Zod with ease and leaves Luthor behind, and Lois punches the bitch in the face because, well...
She
was a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, after destroying the Fortress of Solitude with his heat vision, which I can only assume had Luthor inside of it, Superman returns Lois to her apartment in Metropolis, where she wishes him a tearful goodbye, realizing she can never be with him as he can only be Superman, and his life will be dedicated to that. However, to undo everything, Superman spins the Earth back in time, which I'll get into a moment. I do give a bit of excuse for that happening twice in a row. Superman spins the Earth back in time, restoring the past few days and placing Zod, Eartha and Non back into the Phantom Zone, which he quickly pisses off back out into space. Clark returns to work the following day as Lois and Perry experience a slight case of deja vu. Finally, Clark returns to the diner, finds the patron who beat him up when he was just a human, and proceeds to beat the guy up, then give the guy's wanting to play some money because he's a good guy and he's been working out. And of course, as happens at the end of every Superman film,
Working out.
Superman flies up into space, smiles, winks, and tells us all he'll be here to protect us going forward. Christopher Reeve, thank you. This film, of course, made in 2006, edited together and dedicated in loving memory, as is this podcast, to Christopher Reeve. Gentlemen, what did you think of Superman 2, the Richard Donner cut?
Sparsely different.
To the original, as we'll find out next week,
Value.
when Braden and I watch the correct film and discuss this.
Not gonna let that go, are you? Just not gonna let that go.
I started watching this movie, and when it came up with the scene from the start of the first movie, I was like, not this again. I didn't want to sit through that fucking hour-long drag of shit, but luckily that went away pretty quick.
But how good would it have been if that had been just what had happened at the start of like the start of Superman 1 was that, and literally just he shows up in Metropolis and we're like, damn, this film's awesome. 10 out of 10. Anyway, sorry, continue.
So I was quite glad to see that wasn't the case again. But this movie pretty much started the same way and ended the same way as number 1.
Yeah, I'll get into that in a few moments as to why it ended. It had to end that way in the long run. There was a different ending plan. I'll get into that now. Just, okay. Richard Donner obviously started filming this thing in 1979 and shot something like 78% of the thing. And then got hired and replaced by a guy called Dick Lester, who
Murdered it.
under the contract you have to, a certain percentage of the film has to be your product for you to have your name on the film. Yeah, I think it's 51%. So he shot 51% new scenes to replace, and thus meant it had to alter the storyline and the script and stuff. That's why we get what we'll see next week. Now, as I say, this was filmed in 1979 when Christopher Reeve obviously could walk, and Margot Kidder wasn't like drugged out, and people were still alive. So they couldn't go back in 2009 and reshoot the ending. The ending, I can't remember what it was, but he was meant to do something that caused basically an amnesia. So he repairs he goes back, repairs the statues, fixes everything up, goes back to Fortress Solitude, locks him back in the Phantom Zone, pisses him off into space, puts Luthor back in jail, and then sends this kind of amnesia burst so that everybody's short-term memory is affected. That's why they can't remember what the hell's been happening. And that hence the ending where Lois goes, "Hey Clark, thanks, you're super," and he freezes where she's like, "Is she?" And then he kind of smiles because he's like, nailed it. Keeps going, but obviously because it's cut together nearly 30 years later, they don't have the ability to go back and reshoot that, so they had to use what they had, which is Superman spinning the Earth backwards. So, but it did lead to an amazing moment, which was that Perry White brushes his teeth while smoking a cigar.
It kind of annoys me that Richard Donner actually got axed.
Yeah, well,
annoys me.
would you like me to tell you the story behind why?
Why? Yes, because it just makes no sense.
Alright, well, because we like hearing my voice so much. Okay. In 1977, Richard Donner set about simultaneously filming an epic two-part adaptation, obviously, like we talked about, with 75% of Superman 2 photographed and having to postpone for the original summer release of Superman 1978 due to an extended shoot. Filming on Superman 2 was suspended so that Donner could focus on completing the first film. Mm-hmm. Following the release of that, it was assumed that Donner would be recalled to complete the remainder of the sequels. However, because they were trying to make it, because the first film had gone over budget and they were worried he'd do it again, they hired a cheap director to replace him.
And is that how we ended up with this S flying off the dude's chest? And then
Yes,
okay.
because he had to find a different way that was different from the script, or else it wasn't his enough to claim that he was the director of it. He's just a cinematographer.
That shits me.
So yeah, that's why all these years later, so when they were making when they made Brendan Roth's Superman Returns, there's a moment in that has Marlon Brando in it. So in order to do that, they had to go back and clean all the old footage of Richard Donner's. Yep. While they were doing that, they found all the archived original footage of Richard Donner's test shooting and all of that.
Yep.
So they said, hey, they contacted the original editors and producers that were still alive and Richard Donner and said, do you want to cut this together for the special features thing? So Warner Brothers paid whatever the editing bill was to get it cut together to release it at the same time as Superman Returns, so you could watch Richard Donner's cut of 2, and then Superman Returns, because theoretically they follow the same story.
Yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
So yeah.
And see now why at the end of that Lois has a kid and Superman's gone off into space because he has to leave.
Yeah.
And Superman Returns is a much better film.
That makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
So when we get to Superman Returns, it'll make a lot more sense.
As much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it makes a lot more sense why
Superman has pink
eye.
eye.
They do.
Oh, sorry.
Well, he's been in space for a while. Cosmic rays, that'll give you.
A little bit of debris. It's fine. But, you know, it annoys me that we were sort of robbed of this film originally.
It's so good.
It annoys me.
Like the fact that she shoots him.
Yeah,
It's
that's
so
phenomenal.
impactful. And then when it's like with a blank, you're like, God, I love Lois.
That's
I
so
love
good.
Lois
makes
Lane.
so much more sense as opposed to
Falling in the fire and going,
I wasn't going to say it. Just
everyone's seen it, it's okay.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that scene always shut me off.
Oh, the kiss.
No, the hand in the fire pit.
Oh, yeah.
Ever since I watched that, like even as a kid, when I first watched that, I went,
Well, Richard
"That's fucking
the
stupid."
thing, I guess the thing is that what's amazing about this film is that Richard Donner found a way to balance action, humor, and drama. Because the humor all happens at right. Like even I know it's a dumb gag, but I love the fact that she talks about Taskmaster talks about she hasn't used a toilet in 2 days and then finds the one.
Yeah. Yeah, it's
Thing.
like a thing.
That was even like and like Luthor is
The
so
Fortress of
funny in this
Solitude has
film.
plumbing.
But when the one we'll watch next week, as we'll see, they try to make it. They try to make. Oh, he's like I think Dick Lester's mindset was that comics are fun. They're funny. Let's make it funny. So the tripping and the bumbling is because then Clark's all, oh, I'm a doofus, blah, blah, blah. And it doesn't make any sense. Like Lois is so next week, as we'll talk about more. Lois doesn't make any sense next week. What she's trying to do in this, it all makes sense because she finally it's meant to be. I think a few months after Superman 1.
Yeah.
And it's taken her a few months or a few weeks, but she's finally just been like, holy shit, it's right in front of me.
A pair of glasses and a top hat isn't going to fool me.
Yeah, the best journalist. That's the thing. And but the fact that he's able to throw her off, like when she throws herself out the window, I was that's fucking hilarious. But yeah, he runs down and just like uses heat vision to bust out a canopy so that she bounces off that and lands on this fruit melon. And first of all, when the scene started, I was going to actually give my Cranston for this film in the first 5 minutes because the fruit vendor gets so and he's like, fruit? You want fruit? Look how fresh it is. Taste the fucking fruit. Taste the fruit. Eat the fruit. Eat the fruit, God damn it. I have fruit. Right? And you're like, man, that dude's selling some fruit. And then it all makes sense later when you're like, because they were making sure you knew the fruit stand was there when she landed in the fruit. So she bounces off the awning, land in the fruit stand. He's all like, my fruit! And then Clark runs back upstairs and is all like, Lois,
You crazy bitch.
you, jeez.
You silly duffer.
So yeah, there you go.
Back, Jack. Bitches be crazy.
So,
It cleans up a lot of the the theatrical,
Continuity as
yeah,
well.
it cleans it up heaps. And as much, I used to feel physically exhausted watching the original. What's his name?
Dick Lester.
Yeah, his cut. I'd feel physically exhausted watching that just because it just. Yeah, this one you actually don't have to think. It's there right in front of you. It tells a good story.
Yeah, it flows.
Yeah.
I actually like this Lois the best.
Mm.
The best.
She's
Superman,
smart.
Superman 1 and 2.
This particular Lois?
This particular Lois, that actor.
So
that
Margot
plays-
Kidder.
Yeah, she.
1, 2,
played-
and 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, 4's pretty good.
She's pretty good in 4.
Yeah.
Actually, she's probably the best part of 4.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
In fact,
Like,
she's the-
four's
yeah.
like,
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to reviewing 4. I am. Actually, I am, because that's going to be like a 6-hour episode now that I think about it.
Yeah.
Considering
Yeah.
how much we love to talk
just
about
gotta
things we
fucking
hate.
rag on it like a motherfucker.
Yeah. I'm going to take notes on that one.
But in the meantime,
If you watch the right film.
Sorry? You're not the only one. I'm not in that boat alone, young son.
Did I say that you were?
Jeez. You take them off probation just once and they get cocky.
yeah, why would you take people off probation more than once?
Yeah.
Because you did threaten to put us back on probation because of it.
Yeah, but I haven't.
Oh, no, you were
That
you were
was
close.
that was more of
You're
a
pretty
like.
close.
I should rephrase
Next
that.
week-
That was a politically correct way of being like, maybe I need to find 2 other motherfuckers to host the podcast.
If we
Maybe you
fuck up,
should.
if you and I, if we fuck up next week, that's it.
It's alright.
In the box.
In the box.
In the box. Yeah, next week's Twitch feed is
Oh,
just
hang on,
us.
we've got 2 of them there, so we get 1 each.
You
Guess
can
who
have
I'm
Chad.
gonna get?
You can have Chad. I'll have Eurotrash
He's your
McTavish.
master. Hey, you leave the gimp alone.
Well, I'm not going to skin this one,
The
am I?
unidentified gimp.
I'm not.
He's the European champion.
He's the Euro again.
Don't want
Just
Of
like
thongs and
don't want to have to find another gimp.
oh, I know. That gimp has been pretty good though. You did bring a good gimp back from Leanne Moo.
Yeah.
Mm.
And there's a good gimp in Leanne Mo who joins us every week.
Moa Knights.
Yeah.
But anyway, we've gone off topic. Let's get back to this film because it is great.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
It's
I think what pulls this film together more than anything is though once again Christopher Reeve's performance.
yeah. I think he's better.
Yes.
I think he's better. He's at his best
He's
in
more
this one.
comfortable in this.
He's a lot more
Well,
comfy.
think about it. He's had a year to 18 months to develop the character before they filmed.
Plus, with
this.
people looking at him going, "That's Superman. That's
Yeah.
Superman. That's
I
Superman."
think
You
it's
get
probably
that hype
it's
in your
partially
head.
because he's also more Superman in this than he is Clark Kent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he is more Superman.
and half.
Yeah, it's a really even split.
The other thing that I think makes this film a lot better, I'm just going to come right out and say it, is Terrence Stamp.
Mm.
Like is it Michael Sheen? Something Sheen.
Is it one of the Sheens?
No, it's not that
Oh,
Sheen.
it's-
The guy from
Mr. Sheen?
the guy from the new one, Man of Steel.
The guy who
Michael
looks
Sheen,
like
isn't
the
it?
guy who...
I'm going to find out his name. I'm sure it's Michael Sheen. Let me
Yeah, he looks like the guy from the band from Three Doors Down who make a song called Kryptonite and now plays Zod. So, yeah, I know. It's alright.
No, it's not Michael Sheen at all. Michael Shannon. Michael
Michael
Shannon.
Shannon.
Hang on. Michael Shannon?
Yeah. Michael Shannon, survey says...
Michael Shannon. Yeah, Michael Shannon sucked. Spoilers when we get to that film. Fuck you. But this Zod, he's not a big
He's
guy. He's like
scary.
6 foot.
No.
He's not ripped.
He's our
but
Ian
he's
McKellen.
intimidating as yeah.
He's
He's
our Ian
so
McKellen.
intimidating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a real threat,
And his
even just with the
voices.
3 of them.
Yeah, when I was actually watching this, I was like thinking of Michael Shannon. I was thinking, I didn't mind him as Zod. And then I watched this and I was like, hang on.
Wait a minute.
He didn't do Zod at all.
And I just love he's kind of he acts like that dickish king, that guy, like what you imagine a 1600s king, kind of like a 1600s king. Well, I am the king. Kind of like a 16. I can do my job well. A 1600 you want Glover, a 1600 king, who would kind of like when he at the end when he's like now
Like Henry VIII.
kneel,
Yeah.
and like just did that, and it was like damn,
Kiss my hand.
yeah, kneel before me, bow, swear your undying allegiance to Zod. And like even like when he lay and he's
Yeah.
like his planet Houston and things like that, and then when the president gets down, he's like, my God, Zod.
Yeah, Zod.
I love him so much.
Yeah.
He's a good Zod.
There is one man who stand up to you. And where is this imbecile?
One man will not kneel before you. Who is this imbecile?
I defy you, Superman.
Superman.
Oh, he's just...
Yeah.
And the beard. And the wings, everything. I love the fact this sticks to the 70s trope. Evil people, beards.
Yep.
This is an evil show that we
Beards.
run here.
Yep.
We built this city on
So-
beards and hoes. Or beards and Leanne Moe. One or the other.
I was going to say beards and probes, but yeah.
Oh, no, he's not good enough to include. Not this week.
It's looking thicker. It's getting there.
I didn't mean his beard, I meant him.
Oh,
He's
no,
let the
that's
team
what I'm
down.
saying. He's getting thicker.
Oh, wow.
Cut to break. Cut to break.
Oh, crap! Not this again.
We're going to go there, are we?
Saying
Pepsi!
the man tells me. That's fine.
Wow.
I love the part where when they come landing on Earth and Zod lands in the water.
And then
And
rises up like
he goes up a
Jesus.
little bit and he goes to walk on the water and you can just see the platform that he's walking on.
Yeah, Blu-ray is not kind to this film, was it?
I love how these two have just like gone back.
I
onto
also love, somebody brought up when we were watching, I can't remember which one of the idiots it was, one of Tweedledum or Tweedledummer, brought up
Derp.
the fact that Ursa loves collecting badges.
it. Yeah, no, that was me.
Yeah!
That was me.
Fuck,
She's
I
got,
thought
like,
that was
six or
hilarious.
something.
Anytime she finds it, she's like, oh,
She's
you
like,
take
why
this.
do
She's like,
In
what?
where I
she's like,
tear
why do
the
the
mess
males
of
on this
fight.
planet collect the badges?
Sorry, Brain, what were you saying there?
She's like, why do the males on this planet collect the badges?
Oh, yeah. Collect a pack
Didn't
with
get it.
ribbons and pearls. And then I
Yeah.
love when she's like, when they first land on the moon, and she's like, I ripped those metal fibers like they were nothing. And what he did was extraordinary.
She's like, yeah, she's a cross between Boy Scouts of America and a Pokemon gym trainer. Just collecting badges.
I can't stand
I'm going to be the very best.
I'm going to be the
Like
very
the
best.
Kryptonian was before.
I can't stand her.
Oh yeah, that's the point though.
Yeah, not necessarily the actor.
Oh, you
but
just don't
that
like the character.
I can't stand the character at all.
You hate Non too, don't you?
Non's a fucking retard. Does absolutely
I love
nothing.
Non. I love Non.
Fucking retard.
He looked like he was wearing lipstick.
He looked like what?
He looked like he was wearing lipstick.
There were.
They
all
were.
were.
They were in theatre makeup. Terrence Stamp, man.
He
was-
had a powder girl.
He looked redder than anybody else. He looked
Terrence,
like he was
man,
red.
Terrence
Fucking
Stamp got shot with
crazy.
the gun on whore.
But yeah,
Richard, you've got it set to whore. Actually, no. It's
Such
probably
a good film.
so good.
good film. Non sucks.
I love as well. My,
Elsa
like,
sucks.
I love
No.
what a dick Luthor is. He does
Yeah.
all the shit, and he's like, I want Australia, I want Cuba, and then he turns up in the Fortress of Solitude, and Zod's like, kill him, we're done. And he's like, kill me, and then suddenly he's like, Superman, you've always been great, I've always trusted you, you've always
Yeah.
been honest and truthful. And Superman's like,
We're
well,
a team, hey?
yeah, and Superman's like, well, just get him in this pod and we'll be okay. And then he's like, you don't want to get in the pod. I love that Superman's just like, I knew you were a scum. And then when afterwards Superman, Luthor's like, you switched it. He's like, Superman's like, I knew you were a scumbag.
The lights on, we're out
Superman
here.
is so smart in this.
Yeah.
Like the first one, he's just kind of like, doesn't know what he's doing. This one, he's really, really smart.
Yeah.
And I like that.
But Superman, wasn't Superman normally
Smart?
smart?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I mean. I like that. I like that because
Yeah.
he's meant to be intelligent and like do this sort of shit and be like, ha ha ha, I'm Superman.
You're an idiot. I'm Superman.
I'm
Are
Superman.
you dense?
Yeah.
Are you retarded?
The
I'm
thing
the
that I
goddamn
love is the
Kryptonian.
fact that he can't feel the non-bullet bounce off him.
I think that's what he's more shocked about.
Yeah.
Oh, when Lois shoots him.
Yeah, he's expecting to feel something, and then he feels the bang, and he's just like, damn it.
I did like the fact, just to talk about this, because obviously there's footage that's only taken from certain stuff that Donna shot, and then like they've had to link it together with some other stuff.
Yeah.
I like the fact he was trying to give Clark different like not those big glasses that make it really obvious so you can see Christopher Reeve's face. He was trying to give him glasses that kind of darkened his eyes and hit him a little bit.
Yeah.
So, because you look at there's a scene where they're having that argument in the hotel room where she shoots him, and it cuts to Donna's test footage where he has these really thick glasses, and he does not look like Superman.
Mm.
No.
He really does. And I looked at it, I was like, whoa, that disguise actually works.
Mm.
Yeah.
So,
Yep.
Yeah.
As opposed to like magnifying glasses to your face.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh look, I can't. Oh no, I look in the glasses and I can see your whole faces, but it's super.
But even when she calls him out and everything he's doing, where she's like, you know, if you like stood up straight, did this,
Yeah.
and it was like, oh Jesus.
Yeah. She's making me do something I don't want to do.
So yeah, but no, the only thing that next week I'm looking forward to is I know next week has a little more Zod
Yeah.
than this, and that's really the only thing that saves that film. But on the whole, I really enjoyed this. Now back over to Mo. Braden, I've cut you off a few times. I'm actually going to swing my mic away and allow you to speak. That's how rare an occasion this is. Give me your thoughts on this.
Oh, thanks. Look, I reckon this is just about on par with last week's movie. The only thing that, well, one of the main things that makes it better is it doesn't have that stupid long-ass drag part at the start. I really enjoyed the fight scene between the four of them, Zod and his guys and Superman in the city. That was just great.
If I can just
Just
interject
watch
this
them.
quickly, I knew I said I wouldn't, but did
Hey,
you notice that
swing
was?
that mic away.
Did you notice that was brought to you by refreshing Coca-Cola?
And Marlboro cigarettes.
That was my favourite part, was when he crashed with the Coke sign. Because I was like, yeah, I'm going to get a Coke.
Yeah, they've moved on from Cheerios.
They have. They have.
But yeah, that fight scene was just great. Seeing them all spin around and I just enjoyed it. I really did. I don't know really what else to say about it. I enjoyed the movie as a whole. It was a really good movie for its age.
I did.
And the fact that it was just cut together half with test footage and whatnot as well. So
Yeah, the fact they could do that and it's that solid a film says to me about how great it would have been had they let it finish. Richard Donner knew what
well,
he
I
was doing.
forgot that it was cut together. Like it came up with a message at the start saying half of this is test footage and whatnot, and I'd forgotten that it was.
Yeah, it's really
It
only
was
a
like
couple of scenes of it that was noticeable.
Mm-hmm.
I will say though, the one thing I really like about the villains in this is that short of making people bleed because it was the 70s and I think they were trying to avoid that, they are fucking evil.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Zod punts a dude into space,
Yeah.
just punts a dude into space,
Yep.
and then detaches the cord that's holding him and it's just like, interesting.
yep.
Yeah. That's pretty maniacal.
I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure at one point that Ursa bitch just punches some bystander out into nothing as well.
Yeah.
They're blowing up cars and
Yeah. They're like, yeah, I think they've, as soon as they realise that they can't be heard or like
the
the
body
rules don't
count
apply.
is
Yeah,
just
shoot.
insane.
Yeah.
Oh, and my other favourite bit, I literally could not stop laughing when Zod finally gets his hands on a gun and just starts like mowing people down with a machine gun in the White House. That was insane.
Yeah.
That was one of the funniest things. Just his look at his face was like, I have a gun too! It was so good.
Scarface
Oh,
cross
I
Superman.
loved
Yeah.
it so much.
Yeah.
All right, well then let's hand out some Cranstons for this one. No, sorry, let's hand out some Barbaras. I don't know if we have any, but if we do, let's hand them out. Any Barbaras?
Yeah,
Ursa.
Ursa.
I knew you were going to give it to Ursa.
I hate Ursa and Nolan.
So they're both getting
Both of them.
Yeah, they're getting what do we say? Halle Berry's.
Halle Berry's.
Okay. Don't give mine to Otis.
Otis.
I just
For
hate
weighing down.
Yeah, I was gonna lay jump on Otis. Otis
Door.
definitely.
So what was that, Brad?
Oh, I'm late jumping on Otis definitely.
There's
You're
plenty
the
of
only thing-
room.
You're the only thing jumping onto Otis.
Yeah. Can't jump over, so.
Mm.
Brad just mic dropped Otis there. But yeah, okay. Barbara for this.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah, I give my Barbara for this week to Honey Badger for literally making me want to punch him in the fucking head earlier. When, folks, just so you know, this film goes 116 minutes, so 4 minutes short of 2 hours. We start the show at 8:30 p.m. our time every week. At 6:50. No, sorry, it's 7:07, wasn't it? 7:07. Terry tells me, oh, by the way, I watched the wrong Superman. 7:07. So we had to watch the thing on double speed so he could get it. Which left us with exactly enough time for Matt
Wait
to
for
watch
it.
episode 4 of Batman on double speed so that he could catch up. So all in all, the fact that I know how to really almost get away with killing people, as it were, and I haven't killed either of you, says something about my feng shui and my karmativity training is working. But Braden, well done on being the Superman to my Batman from the Batcave.
Yeah, I thought I was going to be the one to let the team down because I hadn't watched it last night. And I had to work all day today.
Nah,
You never let the team down.
trust me. Whenever you think you're about to fuck up, I'll fuck up worse.
But it's true.
It's true. It's true.
Well,
That's comforting to
Yeah,
know.
that's true. You
Comforting
are
to know.
fucking wrong about Iron Man 3. You are wrong about that.
Nah, fuck off.
No, you are, mate. We'll take it to the streets,
Ah,
break
move on.
dance.
You still got two more weeks in the gym, then you can take his punk up.
Don't make me use the black box in the prison cell to break out in my hot air balloon and come find your fortress of solitude and then eventually blow me up on it, I guess. I love how they just don't resolve that. They're just like, fuck it, where is he? Fuck it. He left him in Antarctica. I almost like that
He's
punishment
gonna
that...
die either from frost.
Yeah.
Frostbite.
Well, no, because
Frostbite.
Human Clark made it up there.
Yeah, but he didn't stay there for long.
No, but he made it up there from that diner, therefore the smartest criminal mind in the world should be able to make it back down.
Well, the throat cancer idiot features.
Yeah. But still, I just like the fact that Superman either blew him up in the Fortress of Solitude or just was like, fuck it, you live in Antarctica now.
Or,
What am I gonna eat, Superman? I
Ice.
don't know.
Fish.
Learn. You have to learn, Luthor. You have to learn. Ah, god damn it, Superman. I'll give you anything
Where
you
exactly
want.
did they fall
I'll
to
give you
when they
Australia.
fell
I
in the
will know.
fortress?
Sorry, bro, what'd you say?
Where exactly did they fall to when they fell in the fortress?
Into the ether.
They just fell into the, like, I imagine the Fortress of Solitude goes to the center of the earth. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
I
That
think he
makes
just
sense.
dropped them into, like, nothing, so they probably got, like, perma-frozen. Which is why they're, but it doesn't matter
Flash
'cause-
frost.
yeah.
Flash
I
frozen.
ultimately think like, as I say, the plan was that he was going to go down and get them from wherever they were, put them back in the fortress, not fortress, put them back in the
Phantom
Phantom
Zone.
Zone and piss it back off.
Phantom Zone, yep.
And then be like, that's why he was going to fly out to space at the end and wave and be like, yep, did
That's
it
it.
again.
You son of a bitch.
Fucking Superman. Jesus, I'm good at this. If I spent, and that's ultimately, I think that's why it comes down to he can't be with Lois because she distracted him and the world was nearly destroyed. So if we're together, I know that I'm going to choose you every time, Lois.
Yeah.
So we can't be together because I have to be Superman because there will always be a threat to
Why
this
can't
planet.
Barry Allen get that?
Don't know.
Whoa, that was deep. You just wrinkled my brain.
I know that sound.
I know that sound. Someone's flossing their brain.
But yeah, alright, well, let's then move on to some friends.
Do we need to say it?
I think so.
I'm pretty sure like it's got to be unanimous.
No, I think it's going to be
No,
split
it's
this
not.
time. It's going
No.
to be split. I think so.
Alright.
I'll go.
yeah.
Terrorist Stamp.
Okay, why?
He brings a lot of different energy to the film. The voice and the accent, and just the way he just projects and inflects, like just. Here's the meat to the potatoes. He completes it. I can't.
You really fucking want some meat and potatoes,
I'm
don't
sorry.
you?
I'm keen as. But no, what I'm saying, like Terrorist Stamp, like you take out Terrorist Stamp from this film.
Oh, don't even fucking worry.
Exactly. That's. Yeah.
Although the Lois and Clark storyline is still
It's
pretty
good.
good.
It's
but
good.
yeah,
But
Terrence
Terrence Stamp is a
is-
villain that comes along
He
every once in a
deserves
while.
his end credit in this that he gets. He definitely deserves the end.
That's right. I mean, that's the thing. It's kind of rare where we get a movie like this where we like look at the villain, don't necessarily root for the villain, but like the villain. You know, it's
Yeah.
kind of rare.
Yeah.
I like him. I don't want him to win, but I like him.
Oh,
And
yeah.
he's performed brilliantly. And plus, he's a lot like Ian McKellen as well.
He's actually a strap.
Is he?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Fun fact.
So who are you going to give yours to, Matt?
I'm giving mine to Christopher Reeve.
Yeah.
To Clark Clint. Clark
Clint.
Kent Clark.
Clark Clint.
And Superman.
Both of them. Okay.
Clark Clint, Clarell.
Because
Clarell.
I mean, there was growth, personal growth in both characters.
Your pants.
And there was growth in Lois.
In Lois, yeah.
Oh,
How she
snap.
survived? Anyway, that's a Mallrats
That's-
joke.
That didn't. That I
Yeah.
think they hadn't thought of that in '78. They probably did. Well, they weren't married, so I imagine they just kissed and cuddled. But they cuddled together because it's in the ice fortress, so it's cold.
Okay.
No, but
Because
she
it's
wasn't cold.
architecture. Feel more advanced than anything I've ever seen, Mr. Smoker.
But it's not cold in the Fortress of Solitude. Like,
Yeah, did
Yeah,
you see the
Lois
blue
wasn't
that
cold.
Christopher
She
Reeve
should be
hands
cold,
in?
but she wasn't cold.
exactly.
Well, that's because
should-
she had on Superman's unitard top.
No, she didn't. That was the...
No,
Yeah,
she
when she
didn't.
was wandering around.
No, this is like beforehand. She goes, I know
that
I
is
should be
because-
cold, but I'm not cold. And she's just wearing like a blue dress.
That's because Superman's
When they
aura
first got there.
surrounded her. Read a comment. Read a comic. He actually says that in the comics at one point. That
Really?
He's expanding his aura, his body heat, to surround the circle that they're sitting in.
Wow. Okay. That's... Wow.
He's the most powerful being on
I'm
the
not
earth.
saying... I don't
He can
saying
feel
I don't
every
believe you.
molecule in his body
Except for
move.
Batman.
So
Except for
Batman is the one that can beat him, and the smartest and the best trained.
This is
Superman
true.
the most powerful.
Okay, fair enough.
And the Flash is the fastest.
Exactly, but he's not the most powerful. The most powerful is Kal-El of Krypton. You ignorant, not able to watch shit. Fuck. Grow a beard.
So, yeah.
Wow.
So, Terrence Stamp, Christopher Reeves.
I like it. I love it, Michael.
I like it.
All right, Braden, who you got?
Yeah, I want to say Christopher Reeves as well, but I'm gonna also go
Gay?
Gay?
with
Gay with?
no.
Gay
He's
with
gonna go to
No.
Mo.
He's gonna-
You're already in Mo.
I'm not.
he's
Fuck.
gonna
Hang
gay
on.
with-
Hang on. Now you've made me lose me shit. Lex Luthor, Gene Hackman.
Ooh.
You're gonna go with Lex Luthor, greatest criminal mind.
What
Why
about
would you kill the
Tesla?
greater?
He was-
I gave you Superman.
I'm so glad he lost Otis at the start.
Yeah.
I did not like Otis at all.
Otis was weighing him down. You could
And, yeah, he was. Yeah, literally.
Wait, can you do
He
that
was
again,
just
please? Braden, do that again.
he was.
That laugh, do that again. I love him, Michael. Once more.
No. But he was an entertaining character. I enjoyed him.
Good answers. Okay. Hi everybody, Red Thunder, head of the Just Us League here. Unfortunately, during recording, we had a few issues trying to get the Twitch stream and the audio and everything running. We lost about 15 seconds of audio here. Don't worry though, we'll be back right now with the continuation of our conversation. And if you do have any questions about what was missed, feel free to write in and we'll answer those questions for you. Now, my gloves for this one. Actually, I'll hear from Matt first, and then I'll hand out my glove.
I'm gonna have to lay some on the Terry, I reckon.
5 boxes.
5 boxes.
And that's the industrial 120 pack.
Yeah.
It's a lot of gloves.
I know it's a lot of gloves.
Okay.
Are you going to give it the like green, like the Kryptonian glove or something like that?
With the green crystal glove that brings the powers back
Yeah.
to Superman.
Or the Zod's glove.
Or
Yeah.
give me it. Give me it, Zod's
Giving it
glove.
the Zod's glove. Fuck, this is a great movie.
Yeah, it's good.
The Zod's glove is in fact worth more than 10 times your 5 boxes on the black market,
Oh, on the black market, okay.
on the street.
So to
On the
purchase
street,
one
it's
Zod glove,
Oh,
you
yeah.
need 50 boxes of gloves.
Yeah,
Okay. That's fair.
that's street value.
That's street value.
Yeah.
Not including taxes?
What this is.
It's-
You're a freaking retard.
Coming from you, that's a bit fucking rich.
You sink your face in a box of ice cream. You
I just might. What do you reckon, Chad? That's right, Probe. I'm talking to you, Chad.
Wow, shit, man. Kayfabe broke like 8 times in that conversation. I'm not sure what happened there.
Adam's lost.
Meltdown, shit. This turned into the Real Housewives of Gotham City.
This has been happening like since before we arrived here.
Oh yeah, this has been going for a long. It's been a long day. It's been a long day. Anyway, so we're all done for glove ratings.
We're on for glove ratings. So I think that wraps us up for that this week.
Nice little package.
Now, we'll get into our bat section in a minute, but before we do that,
Oh no, you're about to get real, aren't you? It's gonna wax my baby.
it's been a long week. It's been a long week. Being tormented this week.
Ah, my nipples, they hurt! They hurt when I twist them!
As a lot of people know, I've known one Mr. CrossFit
Oh no,
for near on 30 years.
it's a long time.
It's a long time to know a man.
That's.
I thought I knew him.
Oh, are we talking betrayal?
And this week, we're not talking betrayal. No,
Okay,
this
thank
week
God.
he
That's
decided to make light of the idea
Should I? I'm about to spit out my coffee.
that Batman could beat Superman. This is a complete farce, and he decided to call me out on social media about this.
I think I saw this argument.
This is.
And look, here's how this is going to happen, Mr. CrossFit. I have a microphone and a podcast platform which I can call people out, and I'm not afraid to do it. So, son, I'm going to call you out right now. And here's how it goes,
Whoa.
buddy. If you watch this film, I waited all week because I didn't say something online, even though I could have. Waited for the podcast to drop this nugget. Ready? Now, two of us here, being me and Braden, watched Superman 2 only once this week. 2 other idiots watched 2 different versions twice, technically. So, you saw one scene happen twice, and that was Superman get his ass handed to him by Randy the trucker,
Yeah.
when Clark became just a man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, that was just a man, not even a weak man, just a man.
Mm-hmm.
When Batman fights Superman, Batman will always douse him with kryptonite before, like, he'll have some sort of detection system, it'll come out of the fucking suit.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So Superman will be weaker than a normal man.
At every point that they fight.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So now you've got a guy who's never been born, with very rarely powers, who just grew up as like a guy on a farmhand, but did everything by like being super powered. So it's not like he's ever had to learn to do anything. His fighting was probably somewhat formed, but still sloppy because, you know,
He's just relying on power.
yeah,
He's still
or
a country
like
boy.
Never learned
back
how
to
to.
a certain level. And what has he done with his life? Whereas now he's taking on... So now he's powerless, taking on the world's greatest assassin, vigilante,
Detective.
martial artist, detective, like everything. Who's winning that fight?
Batman.
Batman. Who's winning that fight, Terry?
Batman.
Who's winning that fight, Braden?
It's Batman.
So, Mr. CrossFit, there you have it. That is why, when you want to give me shit... Like, his point was that in the new film, Batman's jaw is... like he's got a metal suit with, like, a gap where the jaw is like the bat suit. And he was like, good luck, enjoy losing your bottom jaw, Bruce. How's Superman going to land a punch when he's doused with kryptonite before he even gets close?
When if you watch in this movie, Lex Luthor opens a box of it, and Superman is stumbling backwards, not just like a
He
step
almost fucking drowns from a bit around his neck. They throw him in a pool and he can't even fucking tread water.
back. Can't even fucking lift the chain off his arm.
He
off
can't
his
do
chain.
anything.
So I'm sorry, Mr. CrossFit.
He's actually being dragged down by... Superman, who himself says in that movie he weighs about 210,
Yeah.
is being dragged down by a lead chain.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
He's essentially
A
like...
lead chain that Lex Luthor could lift.
And let's also throw into this that now he's fighting Batman, who's in a fucking RoboCop armored mech suit.
Mm-hmm.
With the League of Assassins training behind him.
Yeah. But this is a Batman as well who's like seasoned as all hell.
Yeah.
Because this is
Yep.
Dark Knight.
This is the
Yeah,
Ben Affleck's Batman who has the grey hair and he's clearly in his 40s, and considering we've all established Batman started at 29, 30, that's 10 years he's been doing this shit. He knows he's a killing machine at this point.
That is a weapon.
Except without killing. He's a weapon. He's a weapon. He's a weapon.
He's a weapon of a human being.
I mean, this is the Batman that's in the Arkham games. Realistically, like we're talking, this is a Batman who's seen Nightwing be a thing, who's seen Barbara Gordon be shot in the spine, who's seen Jim Gordon retired, who's seen Jason Todd's died.
Doesn't have much to lose.
No. That's game over. Checkmate, Superman.
Yeah, mate.
So I'm sorry to have to call you out on a public platform like this, Mr. Crosby. Feel free to write in if you want to disagree.
But you're wrong.
But yeah, no, I'm sorry. Superman loses every time for a reason. For a reason.
Yeah.
All right. And now into the mail section. Now, unfortunately, we didn't have much reply from last week, really.
No.
Which is a shame. But I did some thinking about whether I would team up with my mum, whether I would team up with my dad, both, or go rogue.
Mm-hmm.
Here's the answer. You ready? You want me to choose, and obviously I don't have superpowers, and I haven't been trained by the League of Assassins. So I thought, well, I have to think like a villain. And then this week I saw two villains who I wanted to think like. First being the greatest criminal mastermind of all time, Lex Luthor, and the other being Zod.
Yep.
And I thought from that, I looked at them both, and I realised that Zod didn't get where he was without resources in the first place.
Yep.
Okay? So Zod's parents were probably somewhat, a little bit at least well off, if not a bit antisocial in the first place.
Yep.
So I'm thinking my parents might be villains in that case, since it's the road I want to go down.
Yep.
And like Scott Evil, I'm going into the family business.
Okay.
So I'm going to follow them in their footsteps, watch them, and then like a true villain, I'll probably turn on them and become even more villainous in the long run. And yeah, I'll just rule with an absolute iron fist and wear theatre makeup and just occasionally yell words so people know my intensity. And that's my plan. So does that answer your question from that one?
Yeah.
Did you other guys take the time to do that, or was that out of the homework for you?
No, I did. I'd probably end up having a typical parental situation. One hero, one villain.
Yep.
I'd probably go rogue.
As in the
I'd
X-Man, or?
She's on the side. You did say J-Law, right?
That's
Yeah,
Miss
okay,
Me.
cool.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He said J-Law, I still had to respond.
No, I'm not mad at you for doing that. I'm just mad at Matt for not knowing what he's talking about.
That's right. No, I'd probably go rogue. I'd probably go something along the lines of what was his name? Captain Liberty? Was it Agent Liberty?
Agent Liberty.
Yeah, just fight for the general truth. General Truth, that would be my name as well.
General Truth.
General Justice. Just someone gets a parking fine that wasn't, they lent their mates the car. I'd help sort that out. So just General Truth and Justice. There you go. Wouldn't get too heavily involved. I'd probably be like a tier 3 hero, not a tier 1. C grade hero, I'm good. Something like Kick-Ass. Not really up there with the
Be part of the Young Justice continuity.
nah. Nah. Because they're like B grade. That's B grade. Especially that Nightwing fucker. He leads the B team.
Fucking shit just got real.
What did you just say? If you out at home would like to take part in the new co-host search that we'll be starting, write in and let me know. Braden, how can they write in? Let's title your email co-host search. Email from the batcave.podcast@gmail.com.
Subject, co-host, try it out.
Yeah.
Try it out.
Subject, I could probably do better than Proby. But anyway,
You do better than
We already
Pro.
have plenty of those
Aren't you replacing
emails.
me?
I'm replacing both of you.
Oh, okay, cool. Alright.
Next week it'll just be in a microphone. I'll let Braden call in for one bit, but otherwise
Just hang up.
I'll just control the people I know are gonna. Anyway,
Maybe you can get the sponge back in.
do you have an answer? That would make for a hell of a show, especially live.
Yeah, man.
So, Braden, did you have any thoughts on... Well, I'm killing Matt. I'm taking his lungs now. Piece by piece, fucker. Don't fuck with me! I warned you. Braden, did you think about the answer?
Yeah. Yeah, I thought about it a little bit. I think I'd go with one parent as a hero, one as an anti-hero.
Mm-hmm.
Anti-hero. I think I'd side with the anti-hero. You know, fuck a little bit of shit up, but have a bit of dignity. Bit of good stuff.
So you're going to be like 1989 Batman's Joker in the art gallery?
Yeah, that's good. Yep.
Happy
Probably
with
wouldn't
that,
kill anyone. Wouldn't kill anyone. Stealing's okay. Wrecking things okay. Yeah, but I'd help people if needed. So I'm like one of those heroes who just does it, like kind of like Booster Gold, who does it for the glory.
So you want to...
I do it for money.
You do it for
I want to be
Filippo.
paid for it.
Do it for Filippo.
And people aren't going to pay me for it, so I'll just fucking steal shit.
Alright, Matt, did you have an answer to your own question?
So
I did.
Father would be the Punisher?
No.
Ooh. Damn. How close was I?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Father would be Iron Man.
Oh. So Bray's your daddy.
Which Iron Man? 1, 2, or 3?
Avengers Iron
Lucky.
Man?
No, I remember. It was the only Iron Man worth remembering.
Is Hawkeye in this?
No.
Hawkeye's his mum. Matt's adopted.
That's what I was checking. I was just like,
But
which Hawkeye? Brett Penguin Hawkeye? Or... Sorry.
He's
found in the criminal supply
but
column.
I did struggle to try and find out who my mother would be.
Ooh.
Because
Oh.
here's why.
I thought you were going for a deep and meaningful there.
No.
He can never go deep.
No.
Meaningfully.
Here's the
That's a
probe.
joke. Here's the probe.
Jesus.
He plows in areas that nobody else wants to.
Can I finish?
Can you?
That's what she said.
Anyway, the reason I struggled to find a villain, I'd be going for a villain for my mother.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason I struggled is because I wouldn't be on either side, but I wouldn't be a rogue, I wouldn't be an anti-hero. I'd be...
You break out just being an electrician.
No, I'd be setting these two fuckers up to fail constantly. So, like, just constantly trying both my mum and my dad into, like, fighting each other but failing miserably at it.
So Matt's just going to be a sociopath. Apparently.
So, yeah, he's going to be Harrison Wells.
He just wants 2 Christmases.
Yay! 2 Christmases!
But yeah, that's what I'd be doing. I wouldn't be an anti-hero, I wouldn't be like a villain or a superhero. I'd just be like trolling the shit out of
So
mum
you'd
and
just
dad.
be a petulant teenager.
Yeah, I'd be like, I know what they're up to, but they wouldn't know what I'm up to. I'd just be sitting there trolling the shit out of them.
Oh, God.
Okay, well. I'm not quite sure what to say to that, Matt. Maybe see a therapist.
Yeah.
Again.
Sorry, coming from a person who's got a Zod complex.
Sod.
Zod.
We did get an email this week. A fan question. Suggested by our super fan, Kieran Gabriel Ross.
Oh, she's back.
Back again.
She's after those vinyl caps.
She
I
is.
think she is.
She's
She's a hoarder. Now, here you go. She's a huntress, did you say?
Yeah,
Okay.
totally.
Here we go. From the Batcave, guys, I have another podcast question. If you could make a scenario that would test your favorite hero's metal, what would that test involve? It could be a fight with somebody in particular or a test of character, etc. So basically, what would the ultimate trap we would set for our favorite hero be?
Off the top of our heads, or do we have?
This is the one. This
is the marinade?
I think she's replacing Badger. Did you have a Badger the Badger?
No, I
of the
didn't.
Week?
This is a very good
Well,
one.
this has replaced the Badger the Badger.
In fact,
of
I
the
think we
Week.
should like outsource the badger question to her at the moment.
So yeah, so that's a pretty damn good question, I think.
Time
so,
to marinate. Are you going to write fan fiction for this one as well?
Well, it's going to have to be long to explain everything I'm going to do.
Alright, so it's fan
I mean,
fiction.
it's not. I'm not just going to be like, well, I'm going to catch him with a net because I'm going to have an anti-bugging device. I'm going to put him on a conveyor belt leading
Incinerator.
towards a furnace filled with butane gas that will never run out.
Yeah,
Like,
that's a good point.
I mean, you know, come on, Scott.
Impressed.
I don't have to watch him die.
Scotty, please.
I don't have to watch him
I
die.
have a gun
mean,
in my room.
I just trust that everything's
I
going to
have a
work
gun
out.
in. We could do it together.
I just have to look, zip it.
But
So
fair enough.
yeah, let's go into think about till next week.
Very nice.
So, and I think that brings us to the end of this week's episode. Am I correct?
Yes.
All right. Well, next week will be another week of beta testing, where hopefully all the sounds will work correctly and everything else.
I get
will
my
work
shit
perfectly
together.
We need to, yeah, and we watch the right things, and I don't almost have to work out how to bury two motherfuckers in my backyard before we start a podcast.
This is true.
I normally just have to work out how to bury one of you afterwards. And I spend however long we do the podcast burying his urine. And I wish I had a microphone just so I could be like... Alright, well, that brings us to the end of this week's From the Batcave. But before we go, I want to make sure you all know how you contact us at home.
Oh, Braden.
Over to the PR.
From the Batcave.podcast@gmail.com, Facebook.com/FromTheBatcave, Twitter.com/FromBatcave, YouTube.com/FromTheBatcavePodcast, and something at WordPress.
From the Batcave Podcast.wordpress.com. And of course,
There you go.
as I say, starting in August, we will be going live. But in the meantime, we will be beta testing the live streams just to make sure they'll work to lead up to the inaugural show. You can tune in where, Brett?
Twitch.tv/FromTheBatcavePodcast.
Please do join us and let us know if you liked it. Leave your feedback. Of course, like I said, we can join us on Facebook, whatever, and all of our episodes are on the WordPress that I keep mentioning throughout the show. Feel free to leave any comments you like there. We love hearing from you, and obviously we love getting your questions or thoughts on that. If you'd like to answer Kieran's question as well, I'm sure Terry will post it up on to the Facebook wall for this week pinned there. Please feel free to let us know. Also leave a rating and review on iTunes for us as well. It helps us get more exposure, more fans, and ultimately means that we can probably go places like Comic-Cons and things like that and get interviews with people like John Wesley Shipp.
The dream.
Also, if people write in and really write in some good stuff to us, you have a chance to win some of those
PodCat finals.
It's very true. It's very true. We do give away for the best answer at random times or things like that, and other things may be coming in the future as well. Who knows? Stay tuned.
Interesting.
In the meantime, I have been your host, Red Thunder Adam Gerard, and joining me this week, as always, have been my friends and compadres, the Honey Badger Terry O'Neill,
See you later, guys.
the Dad Nut Braden Ahern,
Goodbye.
and the Probe Matt Richards.
Adios.
And we'll see you all next week here, live from the Batcave.
And who are you?
No, we'll get here on time.
Yes, I'm Batman.
Telegram.
I'm Batman.
Iris.
For Iris.
Sound like Cookie Monster.
I'm Batman.
I'm going for the CR.
I'm back.
Lois Lane is maybe.
I'm hungry.
I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'll shoot you with the DVD of Samuel L. Jackson and Emilio Estevez sending up. That's right, I'll shoot you with my jizz bullets from when I was
Darling,
a kid.
I don't have to answer to you. I'm
While listening to J-Dubs.
I'm totally Batman. Clearly, I am Batman.
I'm a weirdo. At least I'm a weirdo who can fucking read messages and watch TV. You can't even watch TV right. You can't think about that. You can't even watch TV right.
Kids.
Mate, I'm starting to think you should be on probation in life.
This has been a Cabana production.
Okay, Braden, legitimately, how hard is it to bury a body in Mo, do you reckon?
Oh, you probably don't even need to.
No, that's
be
the
honest.
problem.
Or could you
Side
drop
of
it
the
from
road.
the sky from your body dropping device?
The only
Please do
problem-
fuck me over again.
The only problem you have
Well,
is
just
burying a
pull out
body
the-
in Mo is actually digging up someone else's body that they've buried there.
Hitting a
So,
body with another
it's kind of like
body.
Lincoln Park in America, wherever.
Cereal.
You
Yeah.
pretty much just bury the body with another body.
Yeah.
Or
2 for 1
series
deal.
of bodies.